You got it locked on Roadium Radio.
Hey Tony, drop that. What bass?
I bet. Dr. Dre in the place to be. Co-rockin' shit with my homeboy Steve. After Roadium, get stupid some. Yo, don't think that you can get none of Dre. The motherfucking doctor, the bitch hopper, the sucker motherfucking stopper. I'm fucked up, so don't mind what I'm saying. I'm just kicking it with Steve, Tony, A.M., Susan. Yo, we be choosing dope shit to put in a mix. Know what I'm saying? We kick shit like and that's a fact. And if your shit ain't in the mix, you know it's whack. And that ain't no bullshit. I'm kicking facts on a serious tip. Word up, Dr. Dre's in full effect doing serious damage, boy.
Tony, hey! Tony, hey! When you're ready, go.
Welcome back, everybody, to Roadium Radio, episode 129, and we are still here. You know what? Check this out. 129, so soon it'll be 130, and then only 70 more shows, and we'll be at episode 200. I'm pretty good at math, so don't ever doubt me. So, anyways, hey, everybody. Once again, we are selling 1-minute ads to play during the commercial breaks. If you guys are interested, hit us at DOCUMIXERY/ads. DOCUMIXERY/ads. If you have a business, if you have a website, if you have a bar or whatever, anything you want to promote, we are selling 1-minute ads to play during the commercial breaks. Once again, our episodes average about 10K views, so you'll have about 10,000 people watching your ad. If you sell mariscos, if you sell micheladas, if you want to promote your OnlyFans page, we'll sell you an ad, okay? Because I know a lot of you girls out there trying to make that moolah, okay? But other than that, once again, you want to buy a hat, you want to buy a sweater, you want to buy some merch, go to DOCUMIXERY.com. DOCUMIXERY.com. I'm running out of CDs. You guys want to buy some hard copies, go to DOCUMIXERY.com. An update, you know what? I'll give the update on the Blu-ray that people are waiting for, the 3-hour long version of the DOCUMIXERY. I'll give the update on Wednesday because I'm going to be meeting with the guy tomorrow. It was just a big mix-up with the whole COVID thing jumping off. So, but other than that, my next guest, my guest actually brought me a gift. He brought me a Prince CD. A Prince CD. This is so dope. The one with the unicorn in the back. Prince CD. I Want to Be Your Lover is the hottest track. I mean, the whole album's bumping. He blessed me with this. So without further ado, please allow me to introduce my very special guest, Jose Homicide.
Yes,
in the
sir.
building.
Hello. Thank you for having me, Mr. Tony. I appreciate it, man.
Oh, you know what, man? It's a blessing for you to be here. You know what? I like to interview. I learn so much from my guests. People think like, oh, you know what, Tony, it's cool to be here. But no, on my end, it's cool that you're here.
That's really awesome, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, most definitely, man. So now today, I like to talk Sunday. How has your Sunday been? Did you watch any football at all?
Nah, man, I don't really watch sports like that. My family, my friends do, but I'm not really into it like that. It's just not my thing.
Nothing?
Nah, man. I mean, my homies, they watch basketball. I mean, I'm around them all the time when they're talking about it and stuff, but I ain't really on it like that. I'm trying to get into it though, because I always feel like I'm getting left out. They just be going, bro, they could go for like an hour and a half, and I'm just there like, just listening to. So I'm trying to get into it, you know what I'm saying? Well,
I'll tell you what, you better get into it because, you're going to meet a girl that likes, some top baseball, Dodgers, Lakers.
Man, let me tell you, I dated this one girl who's into baseball, bro. Shit, it was tough because I didn't know what the fuck was going on, bro. Like, she took me to one of the games and I was just like looking like, so they gotta do that. And then she was just like, oh, you don't get it. And I was like, all right, my bad, but
it was probably a turnoff, man.
Nah, I don't fucking know. Probably it was probably something, bro.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm a football guy. I pretty much watch football all day today.
Okay.
For those of you that may not know, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers beat Green Bay Packers.
Let's go.
If you ask me, I think Tampa Bay should at least beat Green Bay at least by 2 touchdowns. But if you saw the second half, you saw Tom Brady threw like 3 picks. So. He's still going to the Super Bowl. Well, I think this is like his 10th time, if I'm correct, going to the damn Super Bowl.
Okay.
And then the update on Kansas City, I think either they won or they're beating the Bills. I'm not sure if the game is over, but I think it was like 3 minutes left. But I think they're going to the Super Bowl. So it's going to be, at least so far, Tampa Bay and KC. Now, once again, if you meet a girl and she wants to watch the Super Bowl, you better watch it with her, man.
Hell yeah, man. Of course.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's crazy. You said the Bills?
Yeah,
I had
Buffalo.
this math teacher when I went to Tracy High School. Every morning, for some reason, he would walk in and he would be like, "Who gonna beat them Saints?" And I'd be like, "What the fuck you talking about?" And then this kid Marlon, he would be like, "Not the Bills, bro." I think he was talking about the Bills.
Yeah, the Bills, Buffalo.
Yeah, that's the only time I ever heard about them. So the more you know, the more you fucking know, right?
Yeah, you know, it's funny, when the Saints were sorry, they used to call them the Aints.
The
Aints. Yeah, the Aints. I mean,
that's a straight diss right there. That's fucked up.
Yeah, it is. But you know what, man? I love football. It's a competitive sport. It's one of the sports where you can crack the shit out of somebody and get away with it.
Yeah, man. I used to watch it like in high school. Like one of my best friends, Calvin, he was I forgot what he played, but he hurt himself real bad. And I would go to his games. That man took a beating every game. He took a beating, and he still got up every time. And it's pretty cool. So that's another thing about it. Football, it's like, wow, that's dope that they could just do that to themselves and keep on getting back up. That's really admirable. It's dope.
Did you watch the fight last night, the McGregor fight?
I saw snippets of it. My homie Gabe just showed me a couple of snippets. Man, that shit was crazy. Like, I mean, to be honest with you, I don't really watch boxing like that either, but I could see myself getting into it. Like, I've been there when like a bunch of people like invite me over to watch a fight and stuff, and I can see why it's entertaining. But it's like, you know, I'm still learning, Tony. I'm still learning.
Hey, you know what? You got all your life, brother. But you know what? That's something you should have been doing already.
Oh my God, I bet, bro. Maybe it's like, I don't know. Since I grew up with just women. Like, I grew up with my sister and my mom. They ain't watch no type of sports. My sister tried to get into baseball and basketball, but she never really got into it. Okay. So I think that might just be it. My dad really liked soccer, I think. He really, really liked soccer, but that's about it. Honestly.
Wasn't your thing, huh?
I tried to. I really did try to play soccer when I was like maybe 5, 6, but also wasn't my thing. I also tried to play baseball too, like when I was like really little. But what had happened was I pulled up to practice one day and I was like swinging the bat around. And mind you, this was my first day of doing any type of baseball at all. Right. Swinging that shit around. And I swung the bat so hard that it went around and hit myself in the head. I knocked myself out cold, bro. I swear, I was on the floor. I was just like, what the fuck happened? There was like a group of little kids looking at me like laughing. And I'm just like, man, I shouldn't be doing this.
Is there any footage of that?
Nah, unfortunately not. I'll be watching that shit all the time, bro. But nah, I had the coach, or I think it was the coach. There was some dude there, and I was like, can I call my dad? And I called my dad. He picked me up, and then that was that. So
did he ask you what happened? You said I hit a home run?
Nah, I was crying. I was just crying, like full-blown tears, bro. I was a little bitch back then, straight up. I'm not even gonna cap, bro. I'm gonna front and act hard, bro. That shit was awful. Right. And I think, I understand when my father left. Just playing, y'all.
Now, you know what? Okay, here's the crazy part, because there's a lot of like contact sports, like let's just say football. A lot of them lead with their head. They're always hitting with their head, so they wear helmets, okay? Yeah. Basketball, they get hit in the head a lot, okay? Definitely. Now you got MMA or UFC, whatever, you know.
Crazy, man.
Fools
they fucking each other
up. So now, there was a guy that I met that I used to watch on TV boxing, okay? And they used to call him El Cañonero, okay?
Cañonero.
Yeah,
that's right.
Hector Quiroz, El Cañonero. Okay. And I walked up to him and I just said, hey, man, I'm a huge fan. And I told him in Spanish and I shook his hand. Okay. And I'm not going to lie to you. There was a reason why he wasn't fighting no more. He was like this.
Oh shit, man!
Dude, he couldn't even talk, bro.
Damn,
he couldn't even talk. And somebody next to me, cause we were at an arena or boxing match, and he was just walking around with some people. And somebody asked him for an autograph, and when he grabbed it, bro, he was like stabbing it almost, like.
Damn.
Yeah,
man.
You know, and then he was talking about that his manager was talking about him fighting again.
What the fuck? Hell no, bro. Yeah, at that point, you just gotta chill out, bro. Enjoy the last of your couple of years you got left, bro. God damn.
Dude. And I mean, like, he couldn't even talk right, but he still, when he walked around, shook people's hands, he looked normal.
Okay.
Only when he talked, and when he wrote. And I'm thinking, how did this guy go and looking normal and then looking like, you know, or like this? So now, if he suffered that from boxing, just from boxing, with gloves on, Okay, just imagine with these
MMA, man.
Yes.
Shoot, man. I don't even know. Like, I be watching them and I be seeing how they be like bleeding and shit. Cause like, you know, like I said, I'm not really like into like crazy. But when I do be watching it, like sometimes I'm like, oh damn, like them motherfuckers take a beating, and then like when they're done, like oh shit, yeah, I did see that, all the memes on Twitter and Instagram and shit. I know Conor got knocked the fuck out, but like, man, you know about Jake Paul, the new that YouTuber guy?
No.
He like, oh my god, I think it's Jake Paul or his brother. It's Jake Paul, right? Yeah, Jake Paul, like he started getting into boxing, and like he's like talking all this shit at Conor, and he's like, you're a pussy, you don't want to fight me, and Conor's just not even saying nothing back to him. And it's just like, seeing that shit is like I don't even know the sport of boxing, but I know that is like making boxing like, come on, or MMA at least, it's like you doing it like wrong here, pal. It's just like seeing that as, I don't like that shit.
Well, a lot of those guys are clout chasing.
Yeah, real shit.
And that's what it is, because nobody wants to fight them, or they don't draw money. You know,
yeah.
So they're just clout chasing.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what they do, because you know, in boxing, I've known dudes that are really, really good, but it's like their personality or their character or their persona, it doesn't draw money. You know, you could say he's good, but they'll rather see a guy like Conor, you know, talk McGregor talk all that shit. And they'll go pay the $100 just to see his ass get knocked out.
Yeah.
And he's promoting it with his fucking mouth. And there's some people that just don't have that, you know?
Yeah.
So those people go clout chasing, and they'll call out somebody, you know, whatever.
So they could get all that money. I feel that, man. That makes a lot of sense now, actually.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of rappers that were doing that for a while.
Oh, definitely, bro. We'll get to that later, because I have a whole lot to say about these clout chasing ass little rappers, man. I cannot stand them anymore, bro. Like, I'm done with them. Like I know, like it gets me hot. It's one of those topics where like you talk to me about it, bro, I will not stop talking for the next 5 hours, bro. I cannot stand it.
We'll get to that.
Yeah, we can get to that later, bro. Don't even trip.
But that's what I did. I watched football, and I didn't really watch the fight last night because, number one, I'm not one of those guys that has the fire stick and sit there and fucking find the stream, wait for it to fuccking buffer, it fucking boots you off. You know, it looks like you're watching 1980s television because it's so fucking
so
grainy.
blurry and nasty, I feel.
Yeah, like, if I'm going to, I'll just pay for it. Yeah, to watch it properly. Okay. But now, where originally are you from?
Originally, I was born in Bell Gardens, California. I lived there up until I was about 7. I moved to this little tiny city near it's kind of like in the 562 area, Southeast LA. It's called Hawaiian Gardens. I moved there like when I was 7. I stayed there for a while up until high school. When I was like in I think it might have been 10th grade, 11th grade, I moved back because my grandfather passed away. So yeah, so I moved back with my grandma because, you know, we just had to make sure she was good. Like, we didn't want her, like, going off, like, because she was developing dementia at the time and still developing now. It's pretty tough. But, yeah, so we moved in with her, took care of her, and I've been there in Bell Gardens ever since. That's my hometown. It's not too big. It's not too glamorous, but it's nice. You know, I appreciate it. Like, I don't really want anything too glamorous anyways. I want to be at home, and that's where my home is at, you know. I mean, I went to high school like in this area, like kind of like a couple cities down near Norwalk. I went to Cerritos High School, so I guess I kind of did a lot of growing up there too. Right. Cause you know, I met these people. I met my homies. That was when I like, you know, I started like dating. That was when I met a bunch of people who put me onto a lot of different things. Right. So yeah, like although I lived in Bell Gardens, I just kind of like grew up in that whole little area, just doing my thing. It taught me a lot, you know. Okay. It's not too nice, not too ugly, but
what was your high school mascot?
High school mascot, it was a Dawn. A Dawn. It was stupid as hell. Fuck that, but like, yeah.
Did you attend like prom and all that?
Hell no, I ain't go.
What do you mean hell no? Like,
nah, man, I ain't go to no dances. It's cause like the way our high school was set up. It was like, I don't like getting into it because it's like, it annoys me to this day, but like.
Hey, I asked you, can I ask you whatever? You said yeah.
Nah, like straight up, you can ask me whatever you want, but it's just like, I don't like getting into it because I don't like throwing people under the bus, you know?
Okay.
It's like, the way our high school was set up, it was like Cerritos was right on the border of like this city called Artesia and Cerritos, right? And Artesia is a little bit more like, a little like underfunded, a little ghetto, and then Cerritos is where all these like rich, predominantly white and Asian community is. And like when you get those two mixed together, obviously there's going to be some problems.
Right.
And so the way that we did high school was like, I had a group of friends and we always felt like outcasts. Like we felt like nobody wanted to talk to us. Like we would try to talk to people and they would just straight up insult us. Like they would just tell us, like, I remember this one time, me and the homies, we were at the mall. And then I saw this one girl, really pretty. She was cool. She will not be named, unfortunately. But I was like, yo, why don't you say hi? And she was like, you guys look dirty and you guys look hungry. Sorry. And mind you, we were just a bunch of little skater kids in the mall. And like, Cerritos Mall is all fancy. It used to be fancy at least. And like that's why I don't like talking about high school, because it was like so much negativity, and like I try to stay away from it as much as possible. It was like the people I met there, because we were all outcasted, like like I said, like those people, it was like really growing, like understanding, like although we're doing something different, no, we don't want to be like them anyways,
right?
You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of why I stayed away from prom, homecoming, all the little dances. I just could not go to them, bro.
Wow, you guys look dirty and hungry.
Yeah, that shit, bro. When she said that, I like, a part of me wanted to cry, because I was like, damn, you fucked up. But then another part of me was like, nah, I hate you. Like, I'm not going to talk to you. But yeah, you get over things. It was just high school drama and beef.
How old were you when you had your first date?
Man.
You said you were in high school, you started dating.
Yeah, straight up. But like, I mean, before that, I was like talking to girls, like nothing serious. Like, I would hold their hands in like middle school, like give them a little kiss on the cheek, be like, I'll see you tomorrow at 7:15 when the bell ring, baby. I'll walk you to class, nothing serious. But my first like official girlfriend was probably like in 10th grade. And it taught me like a lot about myself, like the first relationship you really get into, it kind of teaches you like who you really are as a person. Like you really look into yourself, think about like how you treat others. And like after it was over, I was like, okay, I understand that now, and here I am. Sorry, I didn't mean to go off on that. That was a little off topic, but but yeah, like straight up, like it was cool. I think I was about 15, maybe 14, but it wasn't awful. Looking back now, it was super cringy, super weird, but I grew up, man. I'm still doing a lot of growing, but hey, here I am, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, we got to start somewhere, right?
Yeah, everybody got to start somewhere, man. But looking back at that starting, it's like, man, what the fuck was you doing, bro?
Yeah. You come from a big family, a lot of brothers, sisters?
I just got one sister. Okay. My mom raised me. Shout out my mom. She told me to shout her out once I got on here, and she told me to thank you for having me on her show, on your show.
Hey, Mom, you're welcome.
Yeah, thanks, Mom. But yeah, no, I mean, the way my family is set up, like my mom did a lot of the raising, like having a part-time father. Like there's a lot of things that you don't learn being a young man growing up in that environment, because it was like, she always had to tell me like, stay out of gangs, don't do no drugs. And like, she also had to teach me how to like shave my face once I started getting stubble and all that.
No shit.
And it's like, like you never realize, like she turned me into the man I am today. And I'm really proud of the person I am. Even though I have my flaws, I'm really glad she was in my life to guide me that way. And my sister, like when my mom wasn't around, because she was sick a lot of the time, like my sister did a lot of like the raising too. Like sometimes I wake up and I find out like my mom's in the hospital again, and like my sister would have to make me breakfast. Sometimes I would have to make her breakfast because she low-key fucking lazy if she watching this. But yeah, man. So family life, it felt like I had a big family because of how close I was with my sister, even though we fought a lot.
Right.
But nah, it was just usually me, my mom, and my sister. Then my stepdad came along. And he's been there ever since. Great guy, by the way. Really wonderful guy.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, man.
Let me ask you something, because I like to ask sometimes weird or off-the-wall questions.
Yeah.
What was your best Christmas gift you've ever received?
Best Christmas gift? That's tough, because I ain't never really got too many Christmas gifts. But, shit, let me think, man.
That you can remember. It could be when you were a little kid.
Oh, word, bro. Shit. Oh, damn. I went to Arizona to visit my aunt when I was probably like 9. And for Christmas, and when I got there, she had a big old Christmas tree with a bunch of gifts. And mind you, it was just me and my sister and my mom. So I was like, I know them motherfuckers for me. So like I waited. And the first one I opened was this fucking Spider-Man toy. It was like a car. I don't know how to explain it. It was like a Spider-Man car, which is kind of redundant because Spider-Man can low-key fly and sling webs, which is, it's like stupid. Like, why he need a car? But that shit was fire, bro. Oh, that same Christmas, I got an iPod Nano. and it never had no type of music, but having it was like really dope. Like that was like, wow, I got an iPod Nano. It was blue.
Yeah. You know what? That sounds so old now, huh?
Yeah,
iPod
it's
Nano.
crazy to me, like how things have changed so quickly.
Fast. You know, they say that technology advances every 4 to 6 months.
Wow.
You know, like I haven't even had this phone a year and it's already considered old. You already
Straight
have
up, yeah.
another one. You know,
I feel you. That's how I feel about my phone, bro. And I just got a new one, and I'm just like, man. This
you know what's crazy? Like don't name a phone. This one's gonna be worth $1,000. I gotta get it.
That's stupid.
I got the $1,000 phone next year. It's gonna be worth
2,000.
Yeah, 2,000. Oh, I gotta get it. And we fucking fall for it, and it's the same bullshit.
Real shit. It's like the same system, same thing, looks the same, maybe a different color.
Yeah.
And they're just like, nah, this one newer. So we gonna make you make you pay a lot more, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, all right, Apple.
It's new. It's run smoother. It's
Bullshit.
6G. It's all the same.
6G.
bullshit. Yeah.
7G,
Yeah.
bro.
You got to get the 20G, bro.
20.
So
You a fool, Tony. Man.
So okay, so like, let me ask you this: growing up, what type of music did your mom used to listen to that you heard around the house?
Oh, word. She listened to a lot of things, honestly. She really liked a lot of Motown stuff, like
Okay.
a lot of Marvin Gaye, Gloria Gaynor, Sister Sledge. Like, went into disco. My mom actually had this like mixtape on the front. It said in gold letters, "Oldies but goodies." Every time we went on like a road trip or she would drive me somewhere, she popped that bitch in. First track was "Staying Alive" by the Bee Gees. Oh my God, I felt that song in my soul, bro.
For real?
Like when I heard that song, it was like instant. Like I clicked in my head. I was like, this is my shit. And like, I don't know. Yeah, being around a lot of music like that kind of like formed me into the person I am now. And I never really thought about it until
And that's why
recently.
I ask these questions.
Yeah, like you never really think about those things, but like they really do affect how you live your life later on, like how you see things, you know?
Okay. Let me ask you this: how old are you?
I'm 20 years old.
20. And how old were you when you were listening to the Bee Gees song?
Shit, probably like 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was in 4th grade when that movie came out,
Oh, Saturday Night Fever?
and I went to go see it.
Man, I just seen it for the first time a couple months ago.
For real?
Yeah.
Okay, my brothers took me to go see it. And of course, when the girl's dancing, she's got her tetas all hanging
Yeah,
out.
the
He was
titties
like,
hanging out.
you know, put your head down. So of course, I'm like this.
Just like,
Yeah, still, you know, doing one of those. I'm not looking, you know.
Yeah, I feel
Of course,
that,
you
bro.
want to see some fucking
hell yeah,
talongas,
bro. Fucking titties on the screen? Yes, sir. Like,
Yeah, you know, but that movie was like, fuck, like way ahead of its time because
Yeah, man.
they showed shit. I mean, even the music was, I mean, it's over 30 years,
Mm-hmm.
over 30 years, that movie, and people are still talking about it like yourself.
yeah, man. It was really good. John Travolta, man. Crazy actor. But like, I think when I saw it, I was like, oh, it makes sense why like there was such this big culture shift back then.
Yeah.
Because like disco was like something else. Like that was like something ain't nobody seen before. They were just going in like all the clubs and shit. And like, I think having like John Travolta play the main character in Saturday Night Fever, it was like, damn, this white boy could dance. That's fire as hell. Like that's what I really appreciated about the film because he ended up being a great actor. You know?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, and he had another hit movie after that, Grease.
Ooh, man, don't even get me started on Grease, bro. Holy shit. My mom had the VHS for Grease, and I never knew this until I was like maybe 12, but it came with the original screenplay for Grease.
Okay.
So all the lines, all the songs, and I would look through them, and like I would watch the movie with my sister, and she would sing like the girl parts, and I would sing the boy parts, and man, it was intense. That was one of my favorite movies growing up, man. I love Grease so much.
No shit.
Hell yeah. Beauty School Dropout is one of the best songs ever to this day.
That's probably my favorite song out of that movie.
Hell yeah, man.
Beauty School
Shit,
Dropout.
man.
That's the shit. Hey, don't laugh at us because we're talking Grease.
Fuck no, bro.
Saturday Night Fever. Okay?
Yeah, laugh at yourself.
Yeah.
You sleeping on it, bro.
Okay, if you have one favorite gangster movie of all time.
Ooh, gangster movie. Shit.
If you watched a lot of them.
Before we got here, me and the homie Gabe were actually watching a clip from American Me. I don't know. Would you consider that a gangster movie?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, American Me. Fucking probably not a super gangster movie, but Stand and Deliver low-key changed my life. Would you consider that a gangster movie?
I would consider that more like street hood movie.
Street
but,
hood, yeah.
You know,
East
I mean,
Los
there were
Angeles.
gangsters in it, right?
Yeah, there was, man. But like, yeah, that movie when I think I was like in 6th grade, my cousin Chris, shout out Chris real quick. My mom told him that like I was doing bad in school or something. And then for some reason, he thought it'd be the best idea to make me watch Stand and Deliver. And when I saw it, I was like, good movie, but I'm still not going to get good grades. I'm sorry, y'all. But yeah, definitely one of my favorite movies, I guess, like a hood, you know, street movie. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. You ever watch, one of my favorites, or the favorite movie is Carlitos Way.
Carlitos? Nah, I never heard of that one, man.
Al Pacino, Carlitos Way. When you get a chance, look at it.
I'll check it out, definitely.
It's pretty much about a guy that wants to get out of the whole street thing. He just got out of jail, and he's trying to stay away, but pretty much all the streets still trying to bring him back in.
Oh, okay. I get that.
And he's pretty much saying, I'm done with that.
I feel that. That's crazy. All right, I'll check it out for sure.
Carlitos Way. I'm sure your mom has seen it. I'm sure
I'll let her
has.
know for sure.
Yeah. So now let me ask you this. At what point in time in your life, what were your best memories of you listening to rap for the first time? Do you remember?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this one's kind of like not more recent, but this was like one of the like landmark moments for like rap. When I realized I wanted to like make rap music, I was actually at me and the homies were hanging out. It was me, Alex, Gabe, and Alan. And the homie Gabe, he's right here. He played a music video by Childish Gambino's Sweatpants. Okay. And like, I think watching it like in my head, like that night, like just looking at what I was like seeing, it was just like, wow, this is nothing like rap, like what I thought it was. Like it was so like progressive and new, and like being myself. Like I've always got teased because I was small. Like I'm like a little nerd. I love music, like all kinds of music. I'm like really into science and history, and like I never really thought I could fit in with that scene. But like seeing Donald Glover, knowing his story, like where he came from, it was like really crazy. Like he's doing it, why can't I do it? So I'm always gonna be grateful to him for like giving me that opportunity and like giving me that idea and sparking my head for that. But with like really early on, like I think here in 2001 by Dr. Dre, like when I was probably like 9 or 10.
The Chronic album.
Yeah, the Chronic. Oh no. It was Forgot About Dre. I heard that song.
Yeah, the Chronic 2001 album.
Yeah. Yeah, when I heard that, I was in the back of my mom's Prius. And I don't know where we were driving, but I had my little headphones in with the iPod Nano, you know. At this point, I finally had music on it, and I was listening to it. And when I heard Eminem's verse, I was like, how is he rapping so many words at one time?
Right.
And like, I never really thought about it too much, but in my head, I was like, I want to memorize this. So I memorized the whole song, and I performed it for my mom. Like we lived in an apartment, and I like blocked the door off, and I was like, you're gonna listen to me rap. And it was crazy, man. And after that, it went into
Do you still remember those lyrics?
Nowadays, everybody want to talk like they got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move the lips. It's just a bunch of gibberish, and motherfuckers act like they forgot about Dre. That shit. When I fucking learned how to do that shit, I was like, yes, like so crazy to me, bro. But I got more into Eminem after that. And I did the same thing with Eminem. Like, hi, my name is what? Like,
that's the one that got me hooked on.
Yeah, man, that is a crazy ass song, man. And then when my cousin actually gave me a bunch of CDs. One of them was the Eminem CD. And when I heard Shake That featuring Nate Dogg, bro, that shit like moved my soul. I was like, fuck, this motherfucker going in. And that was a really big song that kind of changed me into like knowing what hip hop was and really going into it more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's dope, man. That's dope. Check this out. We're going to go ahead and press pause right there. We're going to take a 10-minute break. I almost said a 30-minute break. A 10-minute break. We're going to come back and pick up right where you left off, okay?
Beautiful.
Because I know you got 3 records out, and we want to talk about those.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, once again, everybody, we're going to go ahead and take a 10-minute break. Don't forget to call somebody, text somebody, slap the shit out of somebody. Let them know that Jose Homicide is in the motherfucking building. We'll be back in 10 minutes. You'll call somebody, text somebody, slap the shit out of somebody. Let them know that Roadium Radio is live up in this biatch.
Roadium Radio.
This is your Theo from 110 South, straight down your mouth. With Tony A, the wizard. When Roadium Radio's poppin', the taco stays dripping and dropping. With John motherfucking Pocket Pussy ELKINS. You know felt it. So stay ready. It's gonna be a hard act to swallow. So take your blue chew and Spanish fly and enjoy the groove. This is your deal on Roadium Radio. Grab a seat on my knee with Tony A, the Wizard.
A Roadium mixtape to me was something that was made just for the Roadium. You wouldn't hear it anywhere else. And they would do raps on those tapes that were nowhere else. You know what I'm saying? And they were truly the first mixtapes that we ever heard, you know? And they would shout the Roadium out, and you could kind of tell it was like someone's garage, maybe. The little echo, you know what I mean? It wasn't completely perfect and polished yet. But that was the beauty of it, that it was so raw that we could feel that shit. And I would just play them shits and draw. That was my inspiration, my motivation to draw. So I always had to have some type of music. You know, if it wasn't the Dynamic Superiors or the Temporis or some funk playing, it was, you know, second to none. It was quick. It was the Penthouse Players, you know, High C. And Tony G was at that time was like a god too. You know what I'm saying? He was out there DJing Latin freestyle parties, and all the girls had their hairspray like a lion and shit, and hickeys on their neck, and man, pushing strollers, and we'd be like, ooh, look at, you know, these parties at La Casa and shit, you know what I'm saying, in downtown, and mini trucks and beds were folded in the air like transformers and shit in the boulevard, coming up and changing and flipping, and subwoofers beating before the person even hit the corner. You get goosebumps, like damn. And Elko would bend the corner on Dayton's, and you were like, ooh, that fool's strapped right there. That fool gotta be strapped. Motherfucker had candy ribbons, little Willie ribbons from Compton on the side of his shit. Jerry curl dripping all over his shit. Bent over to the side, bumping that fucking Roadium shit. And he had a tape that only came from right there. And if you didn't know about that place, or you didn't live in that area, you didn't have that shit. So that's kind of one up that the Harbor area had on a lot of other people. Compton was next door, but that Harbor area was ended in Gardena. You know what I'm saying? So, man, those were great times, man.
A Roadium mixtape is like a kilo of cocaine. It's like a kilo of amigo powder. You get that shit, you cut that motherfucker open, and you put it in your motherfucking CD player, and you start listening, and you be like, that's dope, shit, this is dope. How you do that? But really, a Roadium mixtape, bro, if you haven't experienced it and you was in hip hop back then, I don't know what the hell you was doing. You done fucked up. A Roadium mixtape is like, it's a kilo of cocaine. music wise, I'm saying, motherfucker.
Man, that's a little tough, but I'll tell you what, it was the best thing ever for me, man. It was just kind of like something you never heard about. And especially West Coast was not getting that shine at the time, you know? So you would go to this place and they would make a custom tape, like, you know? And not knowing what it was just the sound that came out of those tapes that, if I'm correct, you'd have to, like, I would be feeling for those things if it was monthly, if not sometimes bi-monthly, but a tape, it was just a mixture of the latest songs all mixed together. But the intro had like this crazy mix that I at the time I believed that it was like 4 turntables at the same time, but I was like, how the hell are they doing this? Like, was it Superman behind the turntables or something like that? But a mixtape was a real mixtape. It was actually a cassette too, you know, just for the record.
Welcome back, everybody, to Roadium Radio episode 129, and this is the podcast that slaps you across your fat ass with a fat ass dick. We're going to go ahead and jump butt naked right back into it with Jose Homicide.
Yes, sir.
So, once again, I'm glad you're here. We took a nice break.
Yes, sir.
Smoked a joint, couple of toques, 3 beers. We're good. So,
but when Tony starts really drinking, that's when this shit gets interesting.
Really good. Yeah, exactly. Now, you were telling me about right before we went to break. Well, that Eminem was like a huge part.
Yeah,
of
definitely.
Name me a couple of more rappers that you say were a huge influence on you.
Okay. Let's see. Growing up, I mean, I heard Quick a couple of times, but I never really got into him until later. Quick as a name is probably like really, really transformative album for me. Like, I listened to that and I was like, whoa, this shit is wild as fuck.
Yeah.
He's got some soul in his shit, man.
Yeah.
Let's see, who else? Snoop Dogg for sure. That Doggy Style album.
Yeah.
Crazy as hell. Kendrick Lamar, because he's kind of like a almost local artist, like, if you think about it, like, and then seeing him like grow up and like get big like that in that scene, that shit was crazy as hell to me. Let me think. Shit, maybe like, does it have to be just West Coast? Because I got a lot of East Coast.
No, just whoever influenced you. You would say
a lot of Big, Tribe Called Quest, Low End Theory is one of my favorite albums to this day too. Big L, my friend Calvin, when I started rapping, like he was like, who taught him how to rap was like he would look up to Big L, because Big L had some crazy freestyles that he would just kick, and his like cadence, his like attitude in the tracks, that shit was like really like entertaining. Like, and he said some real ass shit too. And like Mobb Deep, R.I.P. Prodigy for sure. Like, man, that shit was crazy as hell how he just passed like that. Let's see, who else? Oh, obviously Hove. Reasonable Doubt. Reasonable Doubt's one of my favorite albums from him. He Can't Knock the Hustle. Man, that shit is still one of my favorite songs to this day as well. Like, he just went the fuck in on that shit. And Mary J. Blige too, she did her shit, man. But yeah, man, that's a good roundup of who I would be listening to. Yeah.
At what age would you say you started to actually start writing down shit?
Well, I mean, I was always kind of like writing poetry and short stories here and there. And it's like when I started writing raps, might have been around like maybe 12 years old, 13 years old. Okay. But like, they were never anything serious. Like, it was just like to see if I could do them. And then like, I would just leave them in like a little notepad, see where like they would go later on maybe. And then like, I think honestly, the homie Gabe, he forced me to start rapping, because I feel like he just saw something in me. He was like, yeah, you got it. You should just go ahead and do it. And then I started recording my own raps probably like in high school. Like, maybe I was like a freshman in high school, so like 14 years old maybe. And I never really took it seriously. But then like, once he started pulling up to my crib, like with the recording equipment and like the mic, and like we would just kind of like do tracks here and there. Like I remember we went to this elementary school called Elliott Elementary in Artesia, California. And so we wrote a song. We were trying to write a song called Elliott Days. And like, you remember that, Gabe? Yeah, he remembers that. But like, I think that was when I was like, yo, this is going to be sick as hell. We wrote it over the Nujabes. You know Nujabes? Yeah, we wrote it over Aurorian Dance, his beat. And like, we wanted it to like really like stick, because we heard that beat and we were like, this is just beautiful, man. And that was when I was like, okay, I should probably start taking this shit seriously. I recorded my first songs like by myself, but then like when I started like really going in, it was with Gabe, and we just did a bunch of songs going back and forth to each other. And to this day, we still like, we work the best. Like, I've never worked with anybody better than how I work with Gabe. Okay, now let me ask you this. When you started recording, what did you used to record on? My iPhone. Yeah. Really? Yeah, GarageBand on my iPhone, and I actually recorded 2 albums on it. 2 whole albums. Well, EPs, projects, like wait, on your phone? On my phone, yes sir. And okay, explain to us how that, like, walk us through it. Yeah, so at first it was kind of just like for shits and giggles, just so I could see what my voice sounded like over a beat. And like, I would produce the beat. Like, it's pretty easy to make beats on like your phone on GarageBand. Like, you just throw in a snare, a little kick, maybe a little chord progression with the keys. On your phone? Yeah, on my phone, just like getting my 2 little fingers, just you know, just playing that shit. And then like after that, I was like, okay, what if I just get other people's beats, download them onto my phone, throw them into GarageBand, and then just start writing like whole songs over that. And like my first album, like I genuinely did not believe it was going to work at all. I thought people were going to be like, this is garbage. Like, it sounds horrible, but it was palatable for everybody. And that was one of the first projects I ever put out. And to this day, I called it Raspberry Headache. It's like a paying homage to Prince, Raspberry Beret, you know? And it was like, it was about love, you know? Because he had, Raspberry Beret is about a girl. And if it was warm, she wouldn't wear much more. And my album was about a girl and how she just fucked me up. So I just called it Raspberry Headache. You know what I'm saying?
Was that a true story?
Yes, it is. It's a very true story.
Want to tell us about it?
Yeah. So, I mean, it was multiple like girls, like just taking bits and pieces from like every like little relationship, like entanglement that I've been in or whatever. And it was just like taking that experience and then just like throwing it down and like trying to understand, like, you know, maybe I don't really understand love, but like, I'm trying my best. And so like basically I just wanted to show like I understand what I'm trying to do here with this music stuff, and like I love it very much. It's just I'm learning my like all I can right now, and this is all I have. This is all I have for you guys. I think it was 6 or 7 songs. I just threw them down in my little closet. Like I had like a big walk-in closet before I like moved into my sister's old room, and I put my phone like on this big dresser. And I plug in my headphones and I just rap right into my iPhone speaker. And that's how I got the album out. Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, crazy as hell.
Wow. I mean, I've heard people say, you know, they recorded on a karaoke machine, 2 boom boxes, you know, but I've never heard somebody did a whole album or a whole EP on their phone.
You know what? I think Steve Lacy, he was like an artist I really liked at the time. And I found out he produced a beat for Kendrick Lamar. And at that time, he put out like a demo tape, and he had an interview and like a documentary with Vice, I think. I'm not too sure who it was, but he walked it through on how he recorded his songs on his phone. I was like, if Steve Lacy could do it, why the fuck can't I do it? You know, I've always had that mentality, like looking up to people. Like if they could do it, Jose could do it as well. Yeah. So like, I just took bits and pieces from that, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this as well, you know.
Now you do that song, and you do that EP. Mm-hmm. You produced the beats yourself, correct?
I did a couple of them. I didn't. Some of them, like SoundCloud community was really big back then. Like a lot of people were blowing the fuck up on SoundCloud. Like I would hit up producers. I'd be like, hey, like I'm a rapper. I'm just trying to get like one little project out, and I really like your song. Here's a demo of what I did over it. Most of them would be like, get out of here, you stupid little kid. But a couple of them were like, you know what, that's cool, go ahead and use it. So the intro was actually produced by a Japanese producer. I've completely forgot his name now because I haven't worked with him in over like 4 or 5 years. But yeah, like it was just finding all those connections. Like one guy produced a beat, he was from Atlanta, the guy from Japan. Like I tried to do a couple of the beats. It was just like bits and pieces from a lot of different places, you know?
Right, okay. So now, so you're done with it, you release it. What was the response that you were getting?
At first, people were just like, oh, he put out an EP, whatever. Because like beforehand, I was already like trying to get into the music stuff. Like I had a feature on my homie Calvin's album, and I thought that it was really good. And I was like, okay, maybe if I start putting out my music, people will give me like a good response. And at first, it was just my friends listening to it, like a bunch of people I went to school with telling me like, yo, it was really nice. Like, I'm glad you liked it. But then maybe like 6 or 7 months after the album dropped, at this point, I'm just like, it flopped. I could do better. Maybe I'll just get some studio equipment. Yeah, like 6 months pass, and then out of nowhere, I just start seeing the numbers rise, like really gradually, like very slowly but surely. I'm just like, yo, what's going on here? And it turns out people had been using my music for like Instagram videos, like compilations, like and then once it really took off, for some reason, you ever seen like a wax pen, like a weed wax pen? Mm-hmm. So what they do is they hit it until it like blinks, meaning like you can't hit it no more, like it's done or whatever. I don't know how that shit works, but there's this Instagram page called Blinkers Only, and they played my song while this motherfucker was hitting a blinker on his pen. And that video got like 20,000, 30,000 views, and everybody in the comments like, "Yo, this song is fire," because it was playing in the video.
What song was it?
It's called Backyard Party. It's on Raspberry Headache, and they were like, "Yo, this shit's fire." And my ass went into the comments like, "Yo, I made this song. Yeah, if you want to listen to it, it's on Apple Music, Spotify." And like, yeah, I think that's when it was like really like, oh, okay, here we go, like a big algorithmic. Sorry, I can't say that word. It just boosted like crazy, and like I'm always gonna be grateful. Like I didn't expect it to happen, but the fact that it did is really beautiful to me. Because like you never know when it's gonna happen. You never know.
Yeah, you never know. But you know what? One thing, one of my boys, Tito, said this, that the game, if you will, chooses you.
Yeah, straight up.
It chooses you. You know, a lot of people that, let's just say that hypothetically I could have been rapping with you, and let's just say I had 5 years or 7 years ahead of you.
Yeah, straight up.
But because possibly of that Instagram thing, you shot up.
Yeah.
And I could be congratulating or I could be hating.
Straight, yeah, man, real shit.
You know,
I ran into a lot of that, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy as hell. Like, I mean, the thing was, like, I never really understood why people did it because I never felt any different. But it's just like people would just hate, like, oh, you think you got all these streams, you think you better than everybody else. Now it's like, I don't, like, I'm just doing my thing. Like, I'm just making music, bro.
No, you know, and I truly understand what you say because like I was telling you before we went live that, and everybody here on Roadium Radio that knows, that stays tuned in every week and here's my story, they know that we weren't meant to be here that long.
Yeah.
You know, and I was telling you that.
Yes, sir.
I said maybe 2-3 months tops and it's a fucking wrap.
Yes, sir.
But when we started out with 238 subscribers, September 11, 2019, and then all of a sudden, a couple of weeks later, 1K. And then a couple of days later, 2K. And before that, I was literally getting 1,000 subscribers like every other day. And I'm not going to lie to you. I kept refreshing it because I thought something was wrong.
Yeah.
And I was telling my boys, this can't be true. Like, this can't be true.
That's really beautiful, man.
That we got 5,000 subscribers. Like, in my mind, I was fighting it. I was saying, we're only supposed to have like less than 1,000, you know? And then when we hit 10K, that's when I said, okay, shit just got serious.
Man,
you know,
I bet.
And that's, believe it or not, that's when and I never let it bother me, but that's when the hating started coming in from other podcasts.
Real shit,
like, dude, you only been on a couple of months. How in the fuck? We've been on 5 years. We can't even hit 1,000 subscribers. Like, what did you do? Did you buy followers? Did you buy subscribers? And I'm like, no. I thought it was a malfunction, so I just kept refreshing the shit.
Yeah, straight up, man.
You know, so we're almost at 30K, and it's been a little bit over a year. So I'm thankful for everybody that subscribed, participated, talk shit, comment, like,
fuck yeah, man.
Negative or positive. They're still watching. It's all love. You know what I'm saying?
Straight up, man.
So I could understand when people would look at you and maybe saw that your numbers were shooting up. See, I don't understand what enters a man's heart when he sees somebody doing good, somebody winning, and then say,
just want to hate. That guy. Yeah, like, I don't get that either, bro.
I don't understand that, bro. I don't get it, but
I mean,
it comes with the territory.
Yeah, real shit. I think it's just like, I think the way it is like people work so hard to get something and then they see other people. Like, I'm not gonna lie, every once in a while, I'll see like maybe like a 12-year-old rapper on Instagram. He got like 20,000 views on like a video, and like in my head for a second I'll just think like, what am I doing so wrong? Like, what am I doing wrong? Like, this man got like all these chains on, he's like in a nice car, man can't even drive yet, and he just rapping a horrible like trap song. And it's like, I guess there's an audience for this, but
yeah,
what am I doing wrong that I can't have that, you know?
Well, you know what, there's an audience for everything. And one thing I was told with this podcasting, or with my documentary as well that I directed, they've always said, make sure you identify who your audience is.
Yeah, exactly.
And then feed them, you know, go after them. And that's what I did, you know. Same thing with this podcast. A lot of artists don't know who their artist is. I've known a lot of dope rappers, females and males, okay, dope. But when the record label sees them, okay, they're Insta famous, they got so many thousands of followers on Facebook, but who are we going to sell them to?
Yeah. Totally get that.
You know,
yeah.
And then that's kind of like where they ended up dropping them because they couldn't sell records because they didn't know who their market was.
Okay.
And I think that's where some rappers are. They don't know who their market is.
Yeah, they don't know who they're selling to.
Exactly.
Wow. I never even thought about that. But yeah, no, for real, like, I feel like just saying, like, I understand why the people hate. Like, I understand why they like doing that. But it's just like, I never like, you know, I don't think it's my thing to like get in there and see like, oh, you shouldn't be winning, you motherfucker. Like, I don't know. I guess I'm just not a hater like that.
Yeah.
But nah, real shit. Like, that's what I've been trying to figure out too. Like, who am I gonna be selling my music to? Because at this point in my life, like for the past maybe like 2 months, I've just been putting out the randomest music. Like, no genres, no nothing. Like, maybe one day I'll put out like a like a beat I make, like a nice little guitar melody with like some boom bap drums. Next day I'll put out like a crazy trap song that makes you want to like go out and punch someone in the face type shit. And then like the next day I'll put out like a slow like love song, like R&B, I don't know. And it's just like, I was thinking that too, like, who am I going to be selling this to? And that's when I realized, like, oh, if somebody loves music, they must love my music too, you know? Like, I don't know. I'm trying not to set one audience, and I don't ever want to, like, push myself into one genre, you know?
Right.
Because I feel like somebody I look up to a lot is, like, Bob Dylan. Because, like, through the years, you could see that he never wanted to stay in one shape, you know?
Right.
Like, you got to be like water. You got to flow. Like, you got to turn into what you are. Like, you got to turn into your environment. So it's just like, I always want to be evolving. I always want to be giving people different things. Like, I don't ever just want to be like, oh, he's that rapper. I want to be, no, that's Jose. That's that singer. He make beats. He make all kinds of shit. Like, there's no putting a label on Jose, you know? That's what I'm trying my absolute hardest to do. You know, just expand my horizons. That's all.
Dope. Okay, so you released the first one, the first EP. How soon after that you start working on the second one?
Right after I noticed that it was blowing up. Because, like, I noticed like a lot of people were hitting me up, or the followers were coming in, the feedback was coming in from strangers, like people from like Minnesota. A lot of people from New York were really liking my music. That's because like the West Coast scene was like really big at the time, like Shoreline Mafia, AZ Chike was blowing up at the time. And like I had that song, it was like really out of place on the album. It was like like a West Coast like banger type of shit. And then people heard it and they were fucking with it. So I was like, okay, now that I have this out, I should start working on the next record. And that album just topped 100,000 like recently, and it was old as shit, but like, you know, all the numbers coming in, it was like, okay, I should start doing something else. So I started working on another project called Death on Two Legs. It's taken from a Queen song, and that song is about him. It's about Freddie like being really mad at his manager, and he's just talking all this shit. So I was like, for this album, I'm gonna talk my shit to everybody who's done me wrong in the past couple of years, you know, just let out all this frustration and everything.
Right.
And I realized it was wrong, like, once it was out, because, like, don't get me wrong, I still love that project. Like, it took a lot out of me to do it, but it was just, like, getting so angry and, like, letting all those emotions out into the track, like, made the track, but it was just, like, it was just negative energy I could not, like, bring back. And I think that's kind of, like, what brought me down after that release. So that was the one project I was just, like, you know, I'm not too like faithful in this one, but let's see where it goes from here, you know?
Right. Did you watch that Bohemian Rhapsody movie?
Yes, I did. I thought it was great. I thought it was great.
Great movie. What was it? It came out in 2019, huh?
Yes, sir.
Correct. That was my favorite movie of 2019.
Wow, man. Yeah, Queen's story is fucking insane, man.
That was a dope ass movie. Okay, so now what was the response on that EP?
It was about the same at first, because, you know, like being an independent artist, you have to do all your own promotion. You got to get all these people talking. You got to do the shows. You got to get merch, which I was lacking at the time because I didn't have any place to get merch. It was people liked it, definitely. They never told me anything negative. Like, to this day, I can't recall like one negative comment, but I low-key appreciate the negative comments more than just silence, honestly, because that means that you listened and you didn't like it, and now I have something to build off of, you know? So that's kind of what brought me down about it, because like too many people were saying, yeah, it's good, but I didn't see the numbers rising too much. Wow. And I think one of the songs that kind of like, I wouldn't say it took off, but it did a lot better than the rest of the album. It was Breaking Bread. And it was probably because I just sent it to a bunch of meme pages, and they like, you know, blew the hell out of it, and they showed it to all their followers. And yeah, to this day, it's still sitting at around like maybe 50, 60,000 streams. But hey, that's better than zero, and I cannot complain at all.
Yeah. Okay. And now, how soon after that you start working on the third one? Because if I'm correct, you have 3 out.
I have 3 projects out. I took my time, for sure. I think it took me about a year to finally get that album. The last album out I just put out, called Homicidal Volume 1, it took me about a year to get that one out, because I finished that last Death on Two Legs album in November of 2019. And right after that, I was like, what's next? Let's see what's next. And I just wanted to take my time, you know, because I was coming up on 20, and looking back at all my teen years and like how it was just all going away, and how I was going to turn into my 20s, like I was no longer going to be a teen, and I just wanted to make something like a big reflection of everything I learned, everything that like changed me, everything that's turning me into the person I am today. So I really just wanted to take as much time as possible to produce it, to give it my all, just show everybody, like, to be honest.
Right.
That's all I wanted to do, just be really honest with everybody.
Today, what do you do your music on?
What I do, I make music on like Logic Pro X.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how I record my music now. The reason I changed from my phone, like, I don't think I would have stopped recording music on my phone if it wasn't for LA Film. Like, I enrolled at LA Film a few months ago. I can't even remember how long ago it was at this point. But when you enroll for the audio engineering program, they give you a MacBook and a microphone and an interface. And so that kind of changed everything, because like while I was doing school, learning music theory, learning like how to like play chords and to make them sound good and all that, learning music history, I was also working on my own music. So like I would do my homework, and right after I would just start recording my album, you know? Mm-hmm. So like that kind of was like a big shift too.
Okay, well, what about visuals? Do you have any visuals out?
You know what? I've been low-key lagging on visuals. I've been trying to get as many visuals like together, but like we said before we started, like I always want to do everything like 100%. Like I don't want to give anything just like 90-80%.
Right.
If I'm gonna do a video, I want it to be exactly how I want it to look. I want the people working with me to be in the exact same vision that I'm going for.
Right.
And I'm writing a script for like a screenplay for a short film for one of the songs on my album called I Think I Love Her. It's about like a weird love triangle type of thing. I don't know. You just got to listen to the song to understand what I'm talking about. But
okay, now really quick, where can people go listen to your music?
Everywhere. YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud, Amazon Music, Google Music, Deezer, I think, Tidal. Did I say that already? Yeah.
Okay, and what did they look it up under?
Jose Homicide Volume 1. That's my latest album.
Okay, now why Homicide? Did you have another rapper name before that?
Yeah, I had a couple.
Okay, give us a couple of names.
Man, like when I was just making like little random beats on my iPhone, I don't know what got into me because it was the stupidest name ever, but I went by Jose Hennessy.
Jose Hennessy.
Yeah, and I ain't never drank Hennessy in my life, so I was like, why the fuck am I lying to myself, you know? So like hearing that, I was like, nah, that ain't it. And then I don't know what we was doing. I was with the homies, and then like I think somebody was like, man, this man Jose get on every track and he just straight up kill it. I was like, you can call me Jose Homicide. And I was like, boom, that's it. And ever since it just stuck. But I don't want it to be just like some ignorant name about murder and violence. I want to change it into something else, you know? I want people to see the name, be shocked, and listen to my music and be like, oh, he not preaching no violence. He not talking about like murder. He not talking about gangs so much. Right. Like, yeah, it's part of the hip hop thing. Like you got to talk about the streets and like what you experience and shit. But I don't want it to be like just my name, what you see, you know?
Right.
So that's kind of like where the name stems from.
Okay, and your first EP, if I had to twist your arm, give me your favorite song out of there.
Well, looking back, it's kind of cringy. It was like, you know, I was a youngin'. But probably Backyard Party and Yogurt. Because on Yogurt, it's like an audio snippet between a conversation with me and my mom's. And like, I always thought that was like the cutest thing ever. Because like, I really love my mom a lot.
That's
and like,
dope. I love, absolutely. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, man. Like putting my mom on that song, it kind of like, it's always going to be there regardless, you know? And like, I think growing up, not having my mom around so much, like it like scared me into like growing up, like I could lose my mom at any second because she was always sick. Like I never knew when she was gonna come home. She would leave to surgery at 5 in the morning and be like, I'm going to surgery. I might come home, might not come home. We'll see what happens. And I would just have to deal with it. And like having her on that song was just like really beautiful to me because that's something that's always gonna be there. She ain't never gonna leave that song, you know? Okay. Man, I don't want to get too emotional. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. So let's go to the second EP.
Yes, sir.
Your favorite song out of there?
Breaking Bread for sure. That was quick.
Okay.
Also, this one song called Down the Hatch.
Okay.
It's about like drinking and like just having so many problems in your life that you just want to escape. Like you just don't want to deal with them. It's just like you see the problems, but right now is just like not the time. Like you just can't fuck with the problems right now. Like you just got to let them go. And that song is just kind of like, you know, I see all these problems, but I take another one down the hatch and just ignore them. That's how it is. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Third EP.
My last album, probably Fistful of Dollars because
Clint Eastwood.
Oh yeah, that's what I named the song after. I'm glad you caught that, bro.
Clint Eastwood is like my favorite actor, bro.
Are you for real?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Bro, I will talk about that in a bit. But yeah, Fistful of Dollars because I had this girl, Jules, very, very talented musician. Like, she's probably a better musician than me. To this day, I'm always gonna say that. But like, yeah, I got her on it. She was originally gonna have a verse, but like, it was getting too close to the release date. So I was just like, just sing the hook. It'll be beautiful. And every time I listen to that song, I just remember the day we recorded it. It was just so beautiful. And probably Frownland. Frownland was the first track off of that album. And I produced it myself. Yeah. So like, that was the first beat where I listened to it and I was just like, wow, like, I can't believe I made this shit. That's probably why it was one of my favorites too. So yeah. Okay.
Now, you have 3 EPs, three projects out. Mm-hmm. Now you got to choose your favorite one out of those 3.
Definitely my last one, Homicide Volume 1. Because that shit was like my magnum opus of my life thus far, you know what I'm saying? Because like, I took everything that I've ever learned from music and just threw it right down. Like, I have references to like Andre 3000, to Jay Dilla, to like shit. There's just one song that I like. I think I took it like the idea from "Do for Love" by Tupac, and I just kind of like did my own flip of it. But like, I never let anybody know that. And if you listen to that song, you would never guess that. But like, the lyrics were heavily inspired by that. And so it's just like, that album it taught me a lot about myself. Because I was really going through a tough time when I was making it. And like, the fact that I could pull myself out of that hole and put this amazing body of work that everybody's like really fucking with. And even if they don't fuck with it, as long as they listen, like, that's awesome to me.
Right.
So I'm just extremely proud of that album. Like, words cannot explain. I got all my friends on it. All of us just had a great time recording that.
Awesome. So why don't you give us a verse off of one of those songs right there?
Shit, what you want to hear?
Give us a 16.
16. All right. This is let me see. Which one? What song? What song?
One of your favorite ones.
All right. Fistful of Dollars. I mean, one of the verses, it goes like, oh shit, do I remember it? My bad if I fuck up. Hold up. All right. So this verse was actually about the girl that was on this track. I probably shouldn't say that because she probably watching this shit, but yeah, it goes like, blonde hair in my kitchen sink, tiptoeing my golden links. I've been 10 down and it's 4 a.m. and we sipping slow. It's a lot of drink. Activist was my missing link. Soda down and we get the drink. I've been up and down, side to side, forward, back, and I forget to think, like, slow it down. Go catch my breath now. I feel like Basquiat painting on my clothes now. And that bitch wanna talk, I ain't got no time, I gotta get going now. Maybe we could catch up one day. I got a new bitch, she never frowns, like, baby, I'm sorry, but the colors in the sky got a real nice glow when they reflect in your eyes. Like, it's one-sided. I could probably die if I ain't had a show tomorrow and another in 5, but I'm a mess, still pushing, so I keep it together. When I'm alone, going crazy like the frills of a feather, and you can pull it out piece after piece. But now I'm still pushing, so baby girl, you can come and pour a drink. And then it goes into the hook, and then she sings it, sounding like a goddamn angel. And
that's dope. You know, let's give him a round of applause, you guys.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
That's dope, man. That's dope, man. I like that. I like that. Look, sad to say, we've come to the end of our interview.
Okay.
But anything I didn't ask you, anything you want to promote, whatever you want, and then give your shout outs.
Definitely. Yeah. If you want to listen to a good album, go listen to Homicidal Volume 1 by Jose Homicide. It's kind of hard to dislike, I'm not gonna lie. So you're gonna have yourself a good time. I want to give a shout out to my moms, Calvin Cujo, Eric Roses, Gabriel Guzman. Let's see, that's about it.
Your boys?
Man. Huh? Yeah, that's my boys right there. Gabriel Guzman, Eric Roses. Shout them out. They gonna be huge one day. Just watch, y'all.
Yo, that'll work. Other than that, man, I want to thank you for coming, bro. I really had you know what? I learned a lot.
Thank you, man.
I learned a lot because you're 20 years old, but you said a lot of things. Like, first of all, you brought me this. Mm-hmm. Okay,
that's all yours, man.
Yeah, and you named a lot of artists that were from my era, and I'm thinking like, wow. I always admire that when I see the younger generation really admire the music that I grew up with. Like, it's how would you say? It's almost like a mental turn on. Like, wow, these guys really did the research and they love good fucking music.
Hell yeah, man.
You know?
Definitely.
Saturday Night Fever, Grease, Clint Eastwood.
Sir. Yes, sir, man.
Okay. On our way out, favorite Clint Eastwood movie?
Clint Eastwood movie. Yeah, probably Fistful of Dollars, definitely. Really? Actually, he did he directed a movie called Richard Jewell, like recently. Have you seen it?
No, not that one, not the new one.
You have to check it out, bro. Okay. It's so good. My homie Jordan told me to watch it. Wow, dude, it brought me to tears. I'm not gonna lie.
Did you watch the Mule?
The mule, yeah, bro. Oh my god, man, that was crazy. Fucking Gran Torino too. Gran Torino. Fuck. Shit, man.
I mean, when has Clint Eastwood ever made a whack movie?
I don't think he ever has.
Exactly.
That's somebody you got to look up to right there. Clint Eastwood, man.
I'm the Mexican Clint Eastwood.
That's right. That's right, Tony. Hey.
All good. Okay, Jose Homicide. Make sure you guys check him out. And up next, hey, you know who just walked in?
Who just walked in?
Puppetmaster.
Puppetmaster.
Yeah.
Oh,
Puppetmaster's in the motherfucking building. We'll be back. Make sure you call somebody, text somebody, slap the shit out of somebody. Let them know that Puppetmaster, Jose Homicide is in the motherfucking building. We'll be back 10 minutes.
Fuck.
You'll call somebody, text somebody, slap the shit out of somebody. Let them know that Roadium Radio is live up in this biatch.
This is your Theo from 110 South, straight down your mouth. With Tony A, the Wizard. When Roadium radio's popping, the taco stays dripping and dropping. With John motherfucking Pocket Pussy Elkins. You know she felt it. So stay ready. It's gonna be a hard act to swallow. So take your blue chew and Spanish fly and enjoy the groove.
You'll call somebody, text somebody, slap the shit out of somebody. Let them know that Roadium Radio is live up in this biatch. Welcome back, everybody, to Roadium Radio episode 129. And you know what? I'm glad you guys stay tuned in. I'm glad you guys are still here. I don't care if you guys comment negative, positive. It's all good. Other than that, once again, I want to encourage everybody, if you own a business, if you got an album coming out, I mean, if you got an OnlyFans page, whatever, and you want to promote it, buy an ad, and we'll play it during our commercial break. Go to DOCUMIXERY/ads. And there you'll be able to see how much is it per one episode, how much is it for 2 weeks worth of episodes, or how much is it for a whole month of episodes. So far, the response that we've gotten from people that have bought ads has been great, that their business has been doing pretty good due to the ads that we've been playing, simply because we average about 10K views per episode, and we get about 500,000 views just on our channel alone. So the more the people watch the podcast, the more the people see your ad. So other than that, once again, I want to push the merch. We got hats, we got beanies, sweaters, whatever. Go to DOCUMIXERY.com, and there you can get all of that stuff. But without further ado, please allow me to introduce my very special guest, Puppet Master. How you doing, brother?
I'm great, man. How you doing?
Puppetmaster213.
That's right. You gotta represent where you're from. You
gotta represent where you're from.
That's where I grew up, the area 213. So I just took it into my name.
You know, we've been following each other for quite some time. Even times where my pages got deleted.
I know. That's why I was like, I tagged this guy, but it's not there no more, because I usually copy and repaste whatever I posted before, so I could just be easy, because I usually type a lot, and I just did that, and when I clicked, I was like, it's not even there no more. So I tried to look for you, and I guess I find you again. But yeah, man, you've been, I don't know how you do it.
I don't know. You know, this is my 5th Instagram page in 3 years.
That is a trip, man. That's,
you know,
I mean, you're the meme, what is it, historian? What do you call it? Oh, man.
The meme historian, brother.
That's so hilarious, man.
Yeah. I got a bright future.
Oh man, I've been stealing that. It's really hilarious, man. So I just, I'm glad that, we keep in touch. And,
Yes.
I mean, now I'm here, man. It's a
Absolutely.
trip.
If you have any memes and you don't want to post them up, you can send them to me. I'll post them up.
Trust me, there have been some funny ones that I'm gonna send it to you. But you always boasting like a lot of them. So I'm like, man, this is probably already catching up.
Yes,
so kind of like.
I like to say that I'm like 50 memes ahead of people.
Oh yeah, man.
what I'm
That's why I'm like, man, like I'll just be going. Oh man, I'm laughing at my house like at 3 a.m. It's so hilarious, man.
Some people send me memes, and I'm like, I already posted that one.
That's why I didn't even want to touch that one because I'm like, man, this was probably already like way ahead of me. So I didn't even gonna.
Well, you know what? I'm glad you have a sense of humor because a lot of people, believe it or not, a lot of dudes get offended. It's never the girls.
Yeah.
It's the dudes that get offended.
I mean, I grew up, like laughing. I'm always like, that should be my name, Smiley, because I'm always really smiling and all that. That's why I kind of came up with the concept of differentness with El Triste, because I'm always happy and I don't want to give them this happiness again. So I kind of create them as a sad puppet, and that's how I kind of go based on myself. I'm always happy, man. And I'm a stoner, so I smoke a lot, and I mean, there's nothing not funny for me. So trust me, that I'll be laughing at some jokes that I'm like, what the fuck? Like, oh man. But I mean,
some inside jokes, I bet you sound.
Man,
trust
me.
There's times where I'm about to post one and I can't stop fucking laughing, bro. I'm fucking dying.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm so trust me, I'm a fucking happy person. Definitely.
Awesome. So Triste, he's the saddest clown
in Los Angeles, man.
In all of LA.
Yeah, that's what I kind of labeled him. Actually, I mean, I've been I shouldn't name myself Puppet Master because I'm way beyond being a Puppet Master, because that's owning like 1,000 puppets and do this. I kind of just decided to give myself that name because there's like a couple of songs that I grew up listening to, like, Metallica, Puppet Master song. Yeah. Dr. Dre and Be Real did one, which is Puppet Master. Oh, that song is like the shit to me. So I was like, I gave myself that name because my, like the street name that I usually have is Necio. Like that's kind of like people on the streets know me by, which is kind of like I kind of had them on Instagram like that, but then I started kind of taking a lot of more pictures of the puppets that I used to do where I used to work at, because the theater that I used to work at is Bob Baker Marionettes, and that theater is in existence for almost 70 years. So this theater has a collection of 3,000 marionettes, which is like so many types on some different things. And I spent 18 years in that place, and that's how I kind of learned everything that I know. And after the theater closed down, I kind of decided to kind of did my own twist into the whole puppetry world and created him. And he kind of blew up a little more than I expected, because I kind of created mostly as a display, you know, to show what the strings are, what a marionette is. Because puppet, you call it everything like a universal, any of this right here could be a puppet. You could just put some strings, or even, like this one could be a puppet because you manipulate it with your hand, or you could shadow it into like a shadow, like wall, and you could do hand shadow puppets, which is different puppeteering. And so I should just say puppets because it's most universal. But if you want to call him as a specific thing, he's a marionette. Marionette is with strings. Everything that has a string is called a marionette. Pinocchio is a marionette. It's a puppet because you call them like that. Everybody's like a universal. Oh, La Pinocchio is a puppet. But puppet is kind of like the easiest thing. A marionette is kind of like one of the hardest things you could do, because it involves strings and all these different things you can make them do, which is like a trip. But yeah, man, like my journey has been quite, interesting. And it just, like I kind of stay with this guy for a while now that he doesn't want to stay home, He wants to just be out there, which is kind of cool, Like I just never expected that he blew up the way he did. And
well, yeah, he's everywhere now.
I'm trying to keep up. I mean, like everybody sees me on the street, like, "What's El Triste?" I'm like, man, I can carry this fool all the time,
Exactly.
Like, I'm gonna have to build him as a robot, make him batteries or something. He could walk by himself, because this guy for sure is like blowing up. It's hard for me to keep up with him. Like, it's pretty interesting right now, like my life the way it is.
Has anybody ever told you I'm not your puppet?
I mean, because of your song, of course, I always go bust like a video and put your background song behind it. And yeah, people always scream like puppet. And, at the beginning, when people would scream like puppet or even Puppet Master, I would be like, what the fuck? But I'm the only one around those puppets. I'm like, this one time when I was going to work, this like white girl, like literally white girl was in the corner doing these things. Like, I was like, oh shit, it's fucking banging on me. So I didn't so I didn't really want to look, man. But after she screamed, "Puppet Master," I was like, oh damn, this girl's trying to do the puppets, you know.
Right.
But I was just like, oh man, this fucking girl though. Like I was just tripping the fuck out. Like people trip me out on the streets nowadays because, you know, I mean, I've been doing this for so long that now Instagram is like the thing nowadays, which is kind of like, you know, I had that phrase, you know, promote yourself until it pays off.
Yeah.
Oh, I had that shit in my face. I hear you, you know, like this first episode. So that's what I do. Just promote myself and just post the same picture all the time. And people do hit me up to like do stuff, which is kind of like pretty cool. People like, I have coworkers that follow me. They're like, man, you post the same shit all the time. Like, so that picture, people will hit me up. You know, it's like, I don't care what you say.
Yeah, exactly.
I just, as long as I get like 1,000 likes in this one picture all the time, like, I mean, why would not? You know, because always people that come new all the time. I mean, if my followers always kind of somehow grow up, but you know, the people that have been following me, of course, they're gonna see them. But the new ones, maybe there's like a maybe new guy that just doing some big things in this one picture that I posted for so long, and now is again hitting me up because of that one. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm gonna post that motherfucker. You know, I don't care. Shit. Trust me, I had that shit in my head since I heard you saying it. So that's
hell yeah. Hell yeah.
So it's pretty
now, if I would have saw a white girl doing this, I would have thought she's fucking doing voodoo or something on me, bro.
I grew up in the hood, so some type of, I'm like, hey, you know, because I don't bang. You know, even though I grew up in the neighborhood, I never bang, and you know, I just never really touched it, even though I kind of picked up the style. Even I hang out with all them, but I just never did because, you know, I got a lot to lose myself, so I didn't really want to get into that. But it was pretty cool, man. Those little moments trip me out all the time, man, which is like, you know, she really tripped me out. I was like, damn, this, like, I was like, oh man, I was really scared. Yeah, man. Shit,
you let a girl scared him.
Like a fucking white girl, and then she screamed Puppet Master, and it just like, I was like, oh shit, like this girl, you know, I guess she followed me. And
hell yeah.
Kind of like,
that'll work.
Oh man, it was my life when it comes to Instagram has been a pretty cool.
You know what? Now let me ask you this, okay? Let's back up a little bit. Today's Sunday. How's your Sunday been, man?
My Sunday's great. I usually do work Saturdays and Sundays because I work in a restaurant. I never stopped working since the pandemic hit, so I was kept busy. And yeah, Saturdays and Sundays I work at nights. So right now I could have been at work, but lately there's like a new girl that just gave birth, but she just came back. So I took over her shift. So now she's come back. I'm like, let's just come back again and do those Saturdays and Sundays, which I kind of like do all the events or things that because everything that happens Saturdays and Sundays, and I'm always at work, and I work from like 3 to 10, so it's like in the middle of the day, so I can't really do nothing. So it's like, man, like so right now she's back, I'm like, we'll just take over this, and I just keep adding my sick hours that I've been collecting for a while that I haven't used. So just put like 5 hours for a day and just, you know, come here now. You know, you invited me, and I could do all the things myself too, which I've been working on a lot of things. I have a lot of puppeteer friends, which, you know, like me, and I always help them build things, and they always help me when it comes to like, oh, if I need like El Triste in a music video with other puppets, because I only got 2. They're really expensive, man. These guys are really expensive, and when it comes to building like a real one, it's like $2,000.
Wow.
The ones that I have manipulated, they weigh more. But you know, you want to build one with eyes and mouth, that's $2,000 that I don't have. I'll build him with like $700. So he's kind of cut down to less than half. That's what, you know, like I'll build him, even though he's not a real marionette. I'm not saying that he's not a real one, because he is, because eventually everything that has strings, it turns into a marionette. The only thing is he was a doll before that I broke apart. It's just like Yoda. I would broke apart, build his body with a puppeteer, a body, and just put strings on him, but just kept the face because it looks so real. That's the same thing that I did with him. I contacted this lady that particularly do dolls that look like you. If I would have tattoos in my face or in my body, she will make a doll that just have the same tattoos as you. Her name is Miss Reyes Arte, and I kind of collaborated with her by making him, he looked different before. He was bald-headed. He had like a full beard. And I kind of I wanted to make him into like a little clown bum, you know, be on the streets, kind of like, you know, outside, just with his little coronita, even bought him a little corona right there at La Placita Olvera, which is hilarious. And I put a magnet behind it, so he actually could hold it. He actually, if I put it in his hand.
Oh, that's just dope.
So he actually holds it. I don't drink myself. He's the drunkie. So it's pretty cool, you know.
So he drinks a lot.
Yeah, this guy for sure. And he smokes too.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, he's kind of has like this tube right here that blows out smoke. And he, you know, just give him the cigarette or blunt and pop it up, you know, which is pretty cool. And a lot of people loves it, which is cool because I'm a stoner myself, so he had to follow my footsteps. La Smiley right here, she's the cool girl, you know. She had to come today because, you know, we don't want El Triste to misbehave.
Yeah, exactly.
So, you know, he's on check right now, so
Okay.
that's why he's quiet.
¿Es Mandelón?
No. I don't want to say that, cause, you know, but yeah, a lot of girls do really like him a lot. You know, he's a really cute face guy, I guess.
Yeah,
and, you know, so yeah, it's pretty, you know.
That'll work. Okay, now really quick, you a sports guy, man?
Because I'm from Tijuana, you know, that's where I'm from. And when I was over there, I love pirates myself. I love pirates since I was younger. And when I was over there, I loved the Buccaneers. Because, you know, I had the pirate ship and I was used to love them. When I came over here to LA, the neighborhood that I grew up, their name is Crazy Riders. So their logo they picked up, of course, is the Raiders. So I grew up just nothing but Raiders nowadays. So yeah, that's I don't follow sports as much because I didn't even have time. But that's the logo I grew up in. That's the guy. You know, it's always gray and you know and silver all the time. So everybody in my neighborhood for sure is always Raiders. So I had to pick it up. I ain't trying to get slapped by picking up somebody else. You know. So yeah, Raiders out there, man.
That's good. You know, but mentioning the Buccaneers, they won today. They're going to the Super Bowl.
Damn, that's
so
great.
Maybe you can go. You know.
Yeah, right now. I'm still in the Raiders wagon, you know. So yeah, I was being a Raider fan for a while since I've been here because I've been in LA for like close to 19 years now.
Okay. How old were you when you came over from Tijuana?
Like 13.
13?
Yeah, I'm already 32.
Now, I know this is kind of a dumb question, but I just want to ask it. How much different was it from living in Tijuana to coming over here to Los Angeles?
Oh, man, it's a whole different world, man.
Better or good?
When it comes to school-wise, it's bad to me.
Okay.
Because when I came over here to school, like, you had to go to different rooms and, like, do different, like, it was just so weird for me, you know?
Okay.
In Tijuana, like, in one room, they would teach you history, math, practically everything in one room. You don't have to go to different ones, which I was like, what the fuck? Like, it kind of threw me off a lot. When I came here, they gave me the option to, like, go to middle school or to high school. They're like, if you go to middle school, you got to get to 8th grade and half a year. So in my mind, I was like, oh, I'm going to go like a year behind so like that I could maybe learn a little more English. So that's what I did. And I went half a year to this middle school called Burbank Middle School. It was in Highland Park. A bus used to pick me up in another high school right here by Sunset and Fountain called King, but they didn't have space. So a school bus used to pick me up there and take me to the other high school, and that's what I spent half a year, graduated on stage and all that, which, I mean, to this point, I didn't even know, you know, because I guess people that spend like 3 years, they didn't even graduate on stage, and I didn't have
I never fucking graduated.
Which is a trip. I didn't even, but I mean, once I hit high school, like, everything just went, because, you know, I kind of grew up in a neighborhood and all that, and most of my homies went there, so, yeah, everything just went, not saying bad, because I'm still here, you know, but I kind of, you know, just me desvelé, you know, en otros lados, and I'm still here, which is cool.
Did you miss Tijuana a lot when you came over here?
Oh, hell yeah, man. The thing about that is just like, I left Tijuana, like, you know, like, of course, my parents told me, oh, you know, we're going to leave and, like, go and visit your uncles and all that, which I was like, maybe next month, you know, and I left maybe, like, the 2 next days.
Wow.
So I didn't get to say bye to nobody.
That must have hurt.
Like, oh, man, like, it was just devastating because I had nobody's, I mean, I did have, of course, my aunts and things like that, but we lived, like, way far from each other, so we didn't grow up in the same, so I lost contact to everybody. So to these days, I'm like, man, like, I'm thinking what these people might do. But, I mean, my neighborhood over there was really bad. My uncles were, like, in gangs and things like that, so it was a future, and my parents brought me over here to try to get me away from that, but I got worse in a smarter way. Because over here, you think about it, you know, you're not really that stupid. Over there, you don't give a fuck. Because you fucking, you know, like fucking camionetas all around with fucking people behind it, which is crazy. But over here, you know, once the chopper is up there, you can get away. So you kind of, I did my dirt, you know, with the neighborhood that I'm from, because eventually I grew up with them. But, you know, I never got caught up. I did get in a lot of fights with my homies because they thought that I was riding, which I'm like, man, like, why would I do that if I'm right here with you guys?
You're still here.
Like, I'm like, you guys are just stupid because we did everything together, but, you know, we were like a group of 5. And then this guy will go with another group and get busted. And they would think that most of us, like, will tell him. Like, which I'm like, you did your own thing with your other homies, you know? Like, I don't know what you did with them. Who you got caught up with? Like, you tell me, and then we'll see. I didn't even know these guys, you know? Like, what the fuck? So it was just a lot of drama. But, I mean, you know, like, we kept it cool. which I'm cool with my neighborhood, which I'm glad because I don't want to go and because I'm, even though no matter where I make it, I'm always gonna come down there, at least to smoke a blunt or so, there's a lot of youngsters right now, which everybody in my neighborhood, because I've been doing this for 18 years, so like everybody in my neighborhood knew that I always worked. I was the only one out of 20 motherfuckers that always worked, so everybody will like get me as an example, be like, oh, you should be like Cain, he works and this and that, and my homies be like, this motherfucker. But I always worked, and it was everybody always kept like a good view on myself, so it was cool. So I could walk down the block and say hi to everybody right there. So it's all good, man. Like I'm cool right now.
What is one thing you miss of Tijuana? Is there anything? The food?
Maybe. Well, I'm really picky when it comes to my food. I don't like vegetables.
You don't? I love vegetables.
Man. Like,
I love vegetables. Not when I was a kid, but ahora sí.
Yeah, it was because they used to force us to eat because my parents were really strict, especially my dad. So, like, he would put a bowl. If I don't eat it in 30 minutes, it will give you more and more. And, oh, man, I'll be crying right there eating that fucking It was not great in my younger days when it comes to food. But always, because I'm a cook myself, being a cook for, like, close to 7 years. So I always work with everything that comes to that. I always taste it and just spit it out. But there's some vegetables that but like food, when it comes to food, tortas, okay. There's some shrimp tacos. Oh man, shrimp tacos? Like the empanizados, the breaded ones. Oh man, that's really bomb. I just found this spot right here by Whittier, it's like Atlantic and Whittier Boulevard, called Bajas Tacos. It's almost like over there. So I'm always going over there to try to get those tacos because it just remind me over there. It's really good. Like,
okay. You mentioned camionetas, every Mexican family had a fucking camioneta, bro. Throw all the kids in the fucking back, go to fucking TJ. Yeah. So I've been going to TJ since I've been a kid. I've been going to TJ before when all the dirt roads, when it was all dirt roads.
There's still some
okay.
Yeah.
So when La Revolucion was still dirt, okay? And my best memories are there buying the luchadores that wouldn't move. They're just like this,
Oh, I remember those.
Yeah, those. And las máscaras, pues, we used to buy wrestling masks. And the fireworks, los cohetes, we used to buy, fucking M80s and all that shit.
Las cebollitas, trust me, I had all that fun.
But the food, los tacos de vapor, okay, we used to buy them from, I think that was the only place that we used to buy them from, and then eventually they started calling them something different. A mí se me hace que they call them out here tacos de canasta.
Yeah.
Okay,
everything changes. Yeah, when I came over here, it's like, oh man, it's like a whole different thing. Even though we're Mexicans, but it's like a whole different environment. It's like different. I'd be getting mad with a lot of friends because like we celebrate the whole different things, because I'm actually from over there, grew up over there, and they were born over here, so it's like a little differentness. But I mean, we're all homies, we're cool. But when it comes to food, it's almost the same thing. But
my dad allá introduced me to un caldo de caguama, and I liked it. Really? I really liked it. And then un caldo de abulón. So when I came over, when we would come back, I wanted to eat abulón or caldo de caguama, but a lot of places didn't have it.
Oh, so a lot of people changed over there for sure because everything changes. But I never heard of that. That's crazy. Well, I don't drink myself, so I don't drink. So I don't really, touch that topic. But the caguama, that's crazy.
Yeah, caguama, fucking turtle soup.
I mean, there it goes.
I like that shit though. It was actually pretty good.
I like seafood myself too. So
those mariscos, those aguachiles, all that bullshit is fucking awesome,
bro. I would enjoy it.
I'm surprised you don't drink.
Yeah, I mean, my dad was a drunkie, so I didn't really follow those footsteps. My dad did everything. The only thing that I kept from him was the mota. But yeah, it kind of calms me down. Drinking changes you, so I don't really.
It does. Hell yeah, it does.
You don't even. Yeah, trust me, I don't really do that.
What type of beer did he used to drink? Like Carta Blanca?
I don't know, really. He just like anything, probably. Because in Tijuana it was different. It was practically like a big room like this, dividing us like a curtain. He playing Bob Marley, playing cards, drinking right there. I was in a bed right here, like just. Practically hearing everything. That's why I'm so stuck with like my favorite music is reggae. Like reggae. I love reggae music, man. Like because I used to always listen to Bob Marley and this and that. Even though I didn't understand it, because over there you don't understand shit. But just like the vibe they used to, it kind of relaxed me. Once I'm over here, now that I get to speak a little bit of English, I understand the lyrics.
¿Y por eso eres marihuano, pues, será?
Oh man, I'm like, hell yeah, just pick it up. And my uncle used to be a big fan. He would collect everything, memorabilia from all that stuff. So I used to always love them, man.
One thing that you may not know, and a lot of people do not know, there's a great Bob Marley documentary, I believe on Netflix. A lot of people do not know that Bob Marley's dad was white.
Oh, yeah. That's a trip. Yeah.
It's a trip. Like,
I mean, everything when it comes to like like his life is, man, like trying to get killed and all that. Like,
I know.
He used to have it tough, and I mean, he could still be alive, but his religion didn't allow to do that. Where he he died up, but I mean, that's his thing, Like,
if you ask, okay, look, I'm gonna say something that I read about. I think 2-3 years ago. There was, I believe, we can Google it. Okay, there's an FBI agent that was dying on his deathbed, and he confessed that he was ordered to kill Bob Marley.
Wow, I didn't even know that.
That's public knowledge, so you guys can look that up.
Man,
on his deathbed.
He was singing a lot of things that was happening, especially over there, because Alpha was, and then he's trying to bring everything up, and he probably put everything on the map. He probably put his time on the map, which is great, and I really admire him for sure.
Yeah, I love his music. I love Bob Marley's music.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, but the reason why that guy, como se dice, like confessed, supposedly, if you read his article, excuse me, he said that he was ordered to befriend him, to become his close friend.
Oh, shit.
And he was. And he said it got to the point where Bob Marley trusted this guy like into his home and into everything. And he said, and when it came time for me to do what I had to do, he goes, it still hurts me even till today. Now, whether that story is true or not, that article is up and people can read it.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
bro.
how can you live with that shit? Especially somebody that is like, I mean, his music probably changed a lot of people's life. Just listening to it and all that. It's just amazing.
Supposedly, they were saying that his music was uniting too many people. His message was uniting too many people, and supposedly the government was afraid of that he was becoming too powerful, so they shut him down.
Yeah, I mean, shit happens.
I mean, well, think about this for a second. Just think about this. Eazy-E dies, okay? A rapper known all over the world.
Yeah.
Okay, Tupac dies, a rapper known all over the world. Biggie dies, and they all die within 1 year apart from each other.
That's crazy, though. I mean, and
coincidence
here too. I mean, besides Tupac, but it's like it's a trip, though. Like, I mean, Biggie for sure is like a trip. It's like, dang, like. I mean, there's all that game when it comes to stuff like that. When you're speaking real things, I mean, you can't really like run away from stuff like that. Like, even though like the way I grew up, that's why I usually don't like trying to get involved as much. But I know my life is always gonna come back to me and things like that. Like karma always hits, like, no matter what. But I've been doing super great. I've been, I let my hair grow because I was bald headed back in the days and like baggy as fuck. I mean, that style, So like, I'm just glad that I'm changing my life in a better way, and everything so far has been great, man. Like, I don't have to do everything that I had to do before, Like, everything, I work for my money now, and I earned my money, and I spend it, like, of course, stupidly, because I never had money before. So every time I get it, I spend it. But, I kind of appreciate it more, Instead of just getting it on the spot, you appreciate money more to know where to spend it instead of just dropping it on the spot. Oh, man, I used to do some shit that I would have, like, literally like $500 a day. Like, it was crazy. But all that will go into drugs and things like that. And most of my homies, they're out of it, and some of them, they're still stuck, and a lot of them, they're in jail. But I'm still here, which is grateful. And of course, the theater itself saved my life. Puppeteering saved my life, because I was spending a lot of time in there and doing shows for like over 100 people every day, and do amazing things for other people. Because every show that we used to do, it was 1 hour long. So it was like a mini little movie. So 1 hour long, we would use over 100 puppets. Wow. And El Triste is like the smallest one. There's way bigger ones with eyes and like full-on songs and things like that, which is puppets that came out in movies, which they're really amazing, famous puppets. And I got to manipulate them and all that, which it was a really great experience. And yeah, like I said, that's why I'm still doing what I do, because it kind of keeps me away from a lot of things that I don't want to be in, It keeps me distracted, and which is really grateful. And I'm still here, man, which is...
Well, thank God we're still here, right?
Exactly, man.
That's why I always like to post up. Every day is a blessing.
Oh, definitely, man. Nowadays, for sure.
If you're breathing, you know what? It's a blessing. If you open up your eyes, it's a blessing.
Definitely, man. Because there's people, like, there's always, like, oh, there's people that didn't even have food and things like that. I mean, you're blessed to, have something right here, because I know there's people who have it way worse than you, and, they can't do shit about it. It's just like, but... I'm just glad that I'm still here for sure. It's like a blessing, and the way that I'm heading is amazing. Because, like I said, I've been doing this for 18 years, so I've done so much stuff when it comes to like when I was involved in the theater. Yeah. Now that I'm doing so much other stuff involving him, I kind of bringing my face out a lot more out there. Yeah. Instead of just being involved with a group, I'm doing everything by myself now, which is really amazingly like it's just so much stuff, man. It's it's really interesting. Right now, I'm working on other puppets. There's like a movie about them. They're just barely coming out.
Okay, we'll talk about that on the next one.
Yeah.
But I want to ask you something. But please remind me of that, okay?
Yeah.
Because I definitely want to talk about that.
Yeah.
Growing up, since you like memes, you like comedy, you like laughing.
Yeah.
Growing up in Tijuana as a kid, what type of comedy movies did you watch growing up over there?
Over there for sure, you know, like Capulina, you know, like Cantinflas, you know, there's so many. There's so many things that I've been forgetting about over there that I'm kind of like ashamed with myself, like some Spanish. I'll be forgetting Spanish, man. Like I feel like so stupid because I'm so much focusing on English. You know, everybody that I speak is English besides my mom. But besides everybody speak English. My brothers came when they were younger, so they got to learn more. Sometimes they clown me, but I don't really care. But, you know, when it comes to like all that, I'll be stuck. When it comes to comedy, for sure, it was a big experience over there. I would like, you know, all that stuff. Cantinflas, Capulina. There was this one guy that... I can't really remember.
Or black and white movies? Or no?
Yeah, there were some black and white movies, because we didn't have like...
Resortes or Tintan.
All that stuff.
Tuntun.
Oh, yeah, Tuntun for sure. Like, you know, Vicente Fernandez, that fool come out with some shit that I'm like, man, this motherfucker... Like, the piropos, man, like, these guys, man, clown each other so much. That's what I usually do at work. I clown the shit out of everybody. It's fun, man. Like, you know,
why not?
If you're just there working, like, all grumpy, like, oh man, like, you gotta laugh, man. At least say something stupid so everybody. Man, I'll be making everybody crack up at work. I'm probably the favorite one, man. It's funny. I came back into that job like 3 times.
Really?
Because I had a documentary on my life that it was going on, and I had to leave that place because I couldn't do it. So I left and came back into the theater. The theater closed down, and I was like, hey, can I come back? They're like, hell yeah. And came back, and we all cool.
Yeah, stop making fun of people.
every job that I had gotten, I always keep it cool, you know. I never like the lazy guy. I'm always working, man. I'm always cleaning walls or whatever. Like when it comes to like standing still, I can't do that shit. I have to always move, man.
You gotta always keep moving.
The work that I have right now, of course, is super slow. So there's people always surprised that I'm always moving. I'm like, I mean, I don't want to just stand here. Also, if I stand there, I'm be on my phone. It'd be more noticeable because I'm like right there. But I'm always on the move. That's for sure. So all my jobs that I have gotten, I always keep it good. You know.
Here's what we're gonna do, Puppet Master Kane. Look, this guy right here has a brother named Abel.
That's true.
Cain and Abel.
Yeah,
you better not hurt your brother, okay?
Nah, I'm worried about him hurting me and shit.
So here's what we're gonna do. When we come back, I asked you about your Mexican upbringing, the comedians. Now, when we come back, I'm gonna ask you about your, you know, when you come over here, what comedians did you like out here?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so think about that.
Yeah.
Okay, don't smoke no weed because you won't remember.
Oh, I had to smoke, man. That's my like fuel and shit.
That'll work. That's like gasolina.
Yeah, definitely, man. Hell
okay, everybody. Once again, call somebody, text somebody, slap the shit out of somebody. Let them know that Triste is in the motherfucking building. Okay? Yeah. So we'll be back 10 minutes. Don't fuck around.
This is your Theo from 110 South, straight down your mouth. With Tony A, the Wizard. When Roadium radio's popping, the taco stays dripping and dropping. With John motherfucking Pocket Pussy ELKINS. And you know she felt it. So stay ready. It's gonna be a hard act to swallow. So take your blue chew and Spanish fly and enjoy the groove.
You'll call somebody, text somebody, slap the shit out of somebody. Let them know that Roadium Radio is live up in this biatch.
Wow. The instrumentation of, or the importance of the Roadium Swap Meet and the mixtapes in the careers of Eazy-E and NWA and Dre and Yella and a lot of other folks too, even Battle Cat, you know, was very, very high because, again, they needed an outlet, particularly when people weren't really checking for them and that sound that they were trying to create elsewhere. At the Roadium, you had at least a way to sort of mass market your stuff and have people listen to it and give it an opportunity and give it a chance. And because Steve believed in and already had a relationship with Dre and Yella, he was more open to allow them to do that. And they were doing mixtapes for him too. Dre was doing them, Yella was doing them. So you could squeeze in, or they could squeeze in or sneak in some of that NWA stuff. So when people bought the mixtapes and they heard the songs in there, yo, what's that song? It's dope, I wanna hear that again. So it was a way to really market NWA and market the material that they had that wasn't getting, you know, let's say the radio play or getting the distribution that it needed at that time.
You know, Steve is definitely a part of the beginning. And he was there, gave everybody a voice, and that was in the beginning. It gave everybody inspiration to want to do more. Like you, made you want to do more. Like me, made me want to do more. Like you, everybody, Ren. It goes down. The list is so long on how the Roadium Swap Meet inspired people to be able to put music out because people couldn't put music out there. You know what I'm saying? So if you get your little song and you put it on the Roadium Swap Meet, it'll be all over LA. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have to press up no records back in there. But you did, but if you got them to Steve, they would be on the mixtape because he would put them on the mixtape. And I remember he was bringing the big crate and Steve, you know, you get the crate and put them diamond style. And he would pick them up, give them to Dre, 4-track. They had the 4-track right there. And Steve would just sit there the whole day. They sit there the whole day. So I just remember that. I mean, you know, a lot of stuff happened back then. You know, we went our separate ways, you know, but at some point, you know, I still always remember. It's like your first grade teacher, you know her name.
Welcome back, everybody, to Roadium Radio, episode 129. I am Tony the Wizard, and this is the podcast that slaps your culture fat ass with a fat ass dick. So we're going to go ahead and jump butt naked right back into it with El Triste, or should I say, Puppetmaster213.
That's right. You got it. Yeah, this is El Triste right here.
El Triste.
A lot of people think that I am El Triste, but I mean, I am. Everybody's El Triste because everybody has sadness in them, but yeah, that's not me.
Especially when a girl breaks your heart.
Oh, yeah, definitely, man. And that's actually right here.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, so this record right here is actually from a group called Los Yesterdays.
Okay.
So this guys kind of goes into the souldies, old school vibe and all that, but they just, you know,
I love that
right
shit.
now, just like Tristolero, you know, she actually came out in this music video about this song right here. She's actually doing some, you know, hand gestures, like she is actually manipulating a triste, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And but yeah, these artists, they've been around for a while, and they that's their name, is Los Yesterday. So they hit me up a while back, and they wanted to put El Triste in this one song called Mr. Yesterday, but it just never happened, you know. And he went through this breakup and all that, and he of course wrote this song called Nobody's Clown, and it's talking about like, you know, a whole breakup and how, you know, I'm a puppet and, you know, you don't love me and I'm a clown and this and that.
Right.
And talk about practically, if you listen to the song and you will see El Triste, you practically would think it's actually a song about him.
Oh.
So this guy hit me up and like, hey, we want to do this big thing, this whole music video about this one song, and El Triste is going to be all over the place. Which I'm like, really? Like, oh, hell yeah, like, definitely. You know, I'm always down when it comes to puppeteering. Like, you want to do something, like, I always jump in it. But these guys just, like, when they create this one song, I'm like, I listen to it, and I'm like, damn, like, it's just so crazy how this guy's talking about I'm nobody's clown, and, you know, this puppet and this thing and that, and I don't want to really give it the whole lyrics, but it's talking about particularly about him. It's just so amazing how, like, everything just, you know, worked itself out, which we just finished doing a video, the whole, like, it kind of took a while because eventually the time, but we just finished doing the music video this past Sunday, which is just finished, and El Triste is all over the place in that video, which is practically him just going through his little time with La Smiley, because eventually they're a couple, and at the end, of course, La Smiley broke El Triste's heart, and that's how El Triste came about. But this one song is gonna come out on Valentine's Day with a music video. Okay. Which is, oh man, this one for sure is gonna be. Well, I'm not saying it's gonna put El Triste on the map because it's been around, but it's gonna be like, oh man, this
more
one,
exposure.
Oh, especially because he's particularly like the main character in that song, and talk about nobody's clown. I mean, look at him. It's
Can I see the 45 real quick?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is
one for sure.
Nobody's Clown, Los Yesterdays. So make sure you guys be looking for this song.
Oh man, it's gonna blow you guys' mind, because I mean, if you know me, puppets and clowns, I'm really obsessed, and the back of it is actually a pretty good song too. Give me one more chance or something.
Give me one more chance. So this is what we call the Soldies.
It's real great, Soldies song, and I'm just really happy that they make me a part of it, and they're making like a little miniature adapter for it. Like a little sculpture of El Triste that is gonna come like as a little extra or whatever you wanna buy when the record comes out, which is gonna be fucking amazing. So they're gonna be playing the record, a little adapter figure of El Triste is gonna be on top of it and just spinning with the song. So they're going really crazy on it. So I'm really excited, and I'm just can't post nothing about it, because eventually, I even had to talk to the man because, hit me up, like, hey, can I promote this? I'm like, oh, yeah, man. But just, eventually, but I mean, time flies, man, and it's coming real soon. So, definitely, this one for sure is going to put me out there a little more and get me more jobs.
Pretty soon, you're going to have people tattooing El Triste.
Talking about tattoo, I mean, there's actually one girl that tattooed actually El Triste's name right here. Like, can you believe that shit? Like, it was a trip when she's like tagged me on this picture, and I was like, oh, like, because I mean, if you think, I mean, there's a lot of Tristes out there in every neighborhood, Right. But El Triste is spelled out the way that it is. Like, I mean, I hardly see one because that's Triste and that's it. But you never El Triste the way his.
Right.
I'm always saying that El Triste, not just saying El Triste. And so it's just like a trip how she actually did El Triste right here, and she tagged me, and I was like, whoa, like. Oh, damn. That's crazy.
No. It would be a trip if she ever put Kane.
Oh, nah. I don't know about that. I mean, I've been having my girl for, close to 10 years now, and I'm always posting her, so I think I'll be a little stupid out of her. But, I mean, El Triste is a whole difference. I can really control his strings, and I don't know what kind of strings he's pulling or somebody else. That's his life. But,
or somebody's probably pulling his string.
There we go. So, it's just amazing, man. Like, people always, like, making drawings about him. Like doing so many other things. It just like El Triste brings a lot of attention, which is kind of pretty cool when it comes to myself, because I'm always trying to work with strings and puppeteering, and people always hires me to do some type of things with him, which is amazing, and I'm just like jumping on top of it.
Awesome.
It's really great, man. Like this guy for sure is like he also want to stay home, man. He's always trying to be out there. Yeah, oh definitely, man. This guy for sure is trying to. And I bought him a little lowrider pedal car.
I saw that.
I bought him one, and I custom-made it all laid out and put both of their faces in their side of the doors. And right now I took it back because I wanted to make it into like a more lowrider style. Yeah. Because the one that he had, it was normal, like a normal pedal car for a little kid. But eventually, if it's for a puppet, I had to custom it in a way that it's gonna fit him. So I took it back, and oh man, this one for sure is gonna probably bring awards, man, because there's competitions of little pedal cars, which I'm like tripping out, because now that I own one, I'm like not digging into it, but I've seen some fucking Instagram is like a trip. So one time you talk about something, there's things that comes out about it.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I mean, Instagram for sure is like a fucking spy for sure. But like I've been talking about discerning things, like, and then things will come out of it.
So if I say naked ladies,
I'm sure. I'm sure that once you go into your search, man, I'm sure everybody's twerking that motherfucker. Like, it's a trip, man. Like, I'm like, that's all they do, man. Like, to tell you the truth, one guy told me about this app called TikTok, right? And this guy was like, I just posted one video and I got 10,000 views. I was like, really? Like, what the fuck? So I posted one, and I went like over 100 views, like 100, like 1,000 views, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, oh shit. So I keep posting it, but once you go in, there's these girls doing challenges. That's all they do, which I'm like, what the fuck? Like, so I don't really post. I post like once a month.
What kind of twerk challenges or lo que sea?
Everything. I don't know what kind of trend. I guess every song comes with a challenge nowadays, I guess, which is like a trip, man. Like, I'm like, man, like, I just have it because of this guy. But like I said, I only post like once a month because not really. I'm mostly in Instagram because I'm managing she actually 3 pages because El Triste has his own page and Last Miley has her own page because she's gonna eventually come. I hardly take her out because she's a little messy, but eventually she's gonna bring into her own fan base. Because when I created her, girls were doing like little what do you call this? Not challenges. They were makeup tutorials of her face.
Really?
Her face is kind of unique. She has El Triste tatted up right here.
Oh, she's in love.
Yeah, so she's, you know, she has a little heart. So she has a unique style of hair and, you know, the hairdo and like the rose. So girls were doing like the makeup and all that, doing El Triste, adding the rose in that motherfucker, which I was like, what the? Like more than 10 girls. Like as soon as I posted the first picture of her, because, you know, I was like, oh, I might introduce, you know, El Triste's girlfriend, and I put like Smiley 213 and girls sending me videos. I'm like, hey, look, I did this. I was like, oh shit, like what the fuck?
Is El Triste, is he overprotective? Is celoso el güey?
I mean, he is, you know, but I mean, he doesn't have nothing that kind of ties him into La Smiley. I'm gonna have to tattoo maybe like her lips or something. You know, like making sure that he's taken, you know. But yeah, I mean, La Smiley, oh, trust me, everybody want to fuck with La Smiley, man. Like, I'm sure she gets down. And I mean, El Triste is always packing, man. Like, I'm always buying little things like this little shotgun.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's actually a lighter.
Yeah.
Like, it's a trip.
Yeah, you don't want that smoke.
Like a little knife that I found
filero.
him. And like, if you, right here, he has a new pants that I added pockets to it. It was actually, you know, like.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like, no, trust me, man. This food.
Pistolero el güey.
This food's not messing around, like at all.
Oh, shit.
So, you know, like, trust me.
Can you hold it up so they can see? Hold it up.
This is not like, all La Smiley give it to him. Like, La Smiley, these are her gifts. They gave it to him. So he's like, this is kind of like a fuck around. If I give you this, you already know what's coming to you. And they're pretty cool. They're actually little knives that I found. I was like, what the fuck? I can't believe people will make knives out of little guns. And being him that small, I was like, man, I'm always buying little things. I mean, like, I shouldn't, because I'm always spending money in, like, not saying dumb things, but little things like that, you know. It's like always buying little things for these guys. It's like my kid, because I don't have kids myself. So this guy is always kind of taking my money.
now, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Anybody ever try to rip them off or try to walk away with them or let me see it? And
well, you know, when it comes to like puppets, because at the theater we have puppets that were like over 60 years old, like puppets that were really fragile, even though we make them do all the certain crazy moves, but they're meant to do that stuff. But if you come and grab them like this, that's like a big no-no, because I mean, eventually you could leave your fingerprints, and these guys are like really unrepressible, because the way they are, that's the way they're gonna be. They're not changing or nothing like that. This guy actually grew. Like, if you see La Smiley, she's actually pretty small compared to him, you know, like him's already like more movable. Yeah. She's still kind of like in the, like a robot process. She still kind of moves like this, and El Triste is more movable. So El Triste started like this, and after people were requesting on the music videos, they, I want him to do this, I want him. I'm like, chill, you know, because I just built them as a statue, you could say, just so you could see what a puppet is and come into the theater and see way bigger ones and amazing ones. This guy kind of grew up, like, I made him a bigger body, like he had like so many different types of clothes that companies make for him. Like this one right here is actually a company called Fresh Jive. So this company is like a company from the 90s that would have like a lot of kind of like pachuco, old school kind of like baggy pants. And they kind of took a little, I guess I got put a little stop and did some trips, came back, and he's like, I'm bringing my company back. Can you model my clothes? And I'm not a model, man. I didn't ever even thinking of being a fucking model. So this guy was really insisting, and I was like, no. And when he was like, hey, can I make something for you for El Triste? And I was like, oh, hell yeah. So I just kind of went with it when he mentioned him, because eventually when it comes to wear him, he's like, I'm going to make you guys the same shirt and this and that. And I actually have the same outfit that he has. I have it the same way. Today I just brought this one because I kind of created this one for myself, because I'm kind of like, I'm super slow when it comes to merchandise and things like that. Right. I should be throwing a lot of things on there, but I'm just not in a position to do that yet. But I just created this one for myself. But yeah, I'm always matching with him every time, like matching clothes. For Halloween, sometimes I will paint my face like him. So we're like literally like the same guy. So for Instagram, there's this new, you know how they do filters and all that stuff. Yeah. So one guy did a filter for me of his face.
No shit.
So you could go into his page, you know, click into this little face thing and put your filter of El Triste's face in yourself, like, which is fucking amazing.
Well, okay. And what's his Instagram?
His Instagram is El Triste213.
El Triste213. Yeah. So here's what you guys do. Yeah. Go there, take the app, take a picture, and tag them, and then repost it in the story. Yeah, that's all I do. And trust me, oh man, like, when that happened to me, I was like, I couldn't believe it, man, because this guy actually surprised me. Because I hit him up, you know, I wanted to get one. Yeah. And, you know, he gave me the prices, and I was like, oh, shit, because I didn't expect them. You know, I was like, oh, just give me some time, you know, and I will get them. And he's like, oh, I dig into your story and all that, and I did this for you.
And when I see, I was like, oh shit, like this motherfucker, like did that fucking filter of his face, which I was like, amazing, and it looks just like him, man. I don't know, because I'm really like into cartoons and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I seen like the movie Cool World. Have you seen that movie?
Yeah.
Like Roger Rabbit and all that stuff. So it kind of just looked like you were part of that movie, man. Like it looks so cartoonish, but you know how like in that movie you kind of like it was twisted in between humans and cartoons. So it would kind of like be both. So this is how it kind of feels, and once it stays there, you kind of like, oh shit, like it's like fucking amazing, man. It's like so cool.
Work,
that
man.
one for sure tripped me out, and I'm blessed, man. I'm just blessed, you know.
You know what? It's a good thing to be blessed.
It is, man. It is. And I mean, you know, like I said, Instagram is giving me the spotlight. They're not saying that I need it because I've been around, you know, I've been doing so much stuff. I've been like in the news. I've been in Channel 5, Channel 9, and all those channels when it comes into a theater. I even been in Tengo Talento, Mucho Talento.
Really?
You know, the American, the Mexican one,
Yeah.
like, you know, the American Got Talent. I came out in that show with the theater, and we made it to the semifinals and all that stuff. And, you know, I've been so much stuff. I've been in so many music videos when, like, famous people, like, I've met, like, so many famous people.
Like give us some names.
Well, I met Ben Stiller. I met Ryan Gosling. I don't know if you know that guy.
Yeah,
He's like
of
a
course.
big famous guy. So this guy created like a band, his own band called Them as Bones. It was like around like a Halloweeny theme, and we had like a whole Halloween show at the theater. There was like skeletons that glow in the dark and like Dracula. So this guy promoted the whole thing in there. So I met Jessica de Alba. Like I met like Eva Mendes. Like I met like there's so many that's hard to kind of keep up right now because I haven't performed professionally like in close to 3-4 years. Like when it comes into a theater, I've been doing my own thing with him, but I haven't performed in a while. But you know, that's the cool thing. Like when it comes to myself, it's a trick how like the theater where I used to work at always like kind of threw people at me, because you know I'm not saying I was the best one out there, because I did became like the best. I kind of actually became the teacher at the theater, and everybody, Diaz was the best one, you know, go check him out, because everybody at the end of the show they will come and congratulate you because everything you did, you know, they're like, oh man, you were amazing, and everybody will show me off. So that's how people will knew me, you know, even though like I didn't knew they would know me, but people knew me, man, and people still don't know me that I didn't even think they would know me, which is like, I'm just amazing, man. And right now the way that I'm going, it's kind of require me to build puppets like left and right, but I don't have the equipment because eventually, you know, I don't work in a theater where it has fully operational things. But I work in a restaurant. I actually got 2 jobs right now, one in the morning, one at night. So like, it's hard to keep up when it comes to like building puppets and things like that. But you know, I'm working in like a big store with him because they want to give him his own show. So right now I'm building like different characters. I can't really give like that much information in that stage, but like there's this big Mexican actor that really digging into me. Like, so right now I'm trying to like create this whole like, you know, story about him and like Smiley and incorporate all the puppets into it. And I'm just working on that. I have these other guys working with me, and because I could barely write, man. Besides posting on Instagram, I can't write for shit, man. So, you know, it's like this, I got so many great people that like love what I do because it's so unique, you know, and me being, I'm not saying like an immigrant or nothing like that, but just the way that I grew up, because people that know me personally, they're like, damn, you do that? Like, really? They always used to trip out, man, because I used to be that cholo. They'd be like, once I be outside, all gangster, you know, bald-headed. Once I'm inside, then I'm all like, cool, you know, like, people would trip out. Like, it's like, wow. It was pretty interesting.
You know what? Now, let me ask you this. Were you into puppeteering when you were in Tijuana?
No. I never even seen Pinocchio until I got here, man. Like,
really?
Nah, never.
Okay, now, what inspired you? What motivated you? What did you see that you said, I want to do this?
Well, the way I was kind of forced into it.
Really?
Well, I'm not saying forced, because I mean, actually, the building that I grew up with, one of my friends that I went to high school with, he acquired that job first. He told me, hey, you want to work in this theater? And in my mind, I thought it was a movie theater, so I was like, hell yeah, I'm going to be looking at free movies all the time. I went in there, and it was like a Halloween time, so I seen like a Halloween show.
Oh,
it was
that's
like
dope.
all these amazing things that I was like, what the fuck? Like, and the guy really loved, because I was tall, you know, I mean, I'm still tall, but I guess somehow he loved that I was taller, you know, because I had like long reach in my hands, because when you have like your body structure being longer, like you can manipulate the puppets better. Now I understand it because I know how to manipulate all the stuff, but that's what he was thinking at the time when he hired me, because I don't know English at all, man. Like, I was just a little paisita right there. Like,
yeah.
Nothing. I was probably the only one that didn't speak English at that time, and I learned, and I was learning always with him with like sign languages, because I never spoke English, he never spoke Spanish, you know. So I was like, I would always do the same thing that he would do. Like he would grab El Triste and do this certain thing, I would grab El Triste and do almost the same thing, and that's how I learned. And after 18 years being there, it kind of became one of the masters there, manipulating almost 3,000 marionettes, all styles, all different ones. And at some point, people were paying $20 to come and see me perform.
Really?
It was really amazing, like the experience, man, that I had. Like people, especially because they were all white people, nothing but we had like Monday to Friday, we had like a lot of school field trips. So that's when Raza would come into the theater and see like a show, because there were school field trips. But Saturdays and Sundays were always for the open public, and that's why like most of the rich people would come, and donations and left and right, and always give them a backstage tour, and always rotate everything to me, which it was. Sometimes I don't even know how to react to some people. Sometimes, like this and that. And I'm like, yeah, thank you. It's just pretty cool that I got to experience that. And I mean, I somehow being a little famous in the streets, which is kind of pretty cool.
Awesome. Now let me ask you this, because where was this theater located at?
It was right here in Echo Park. It was there for more than 60 years in the one spot.
You know what? Is that because I forgot what Instagram page, but siempre me mandabas un flyer.
Yeah, it was that theater.
You were like, they're about to close. You should come.
That was the one. Yeah. And they closed down, and that's when I kind of decided to just and I said take a break. But when I was there, I was stuck in the Bob Baker world. I actually tattoo my hands. If you see these tattoos, they're like the same ones that manipulate the controls up there. So I tattoo my hands, and I put Bob Baker name right here, because he was the owner of this theater, and his story itself is amazing, man. If you dig up Bob Baker marionettes, like the story of him is so amazing, and he practically saved my life, because it wouldn't be for him just hiring me on the spot just because of his vision.
Right.
I don't even know where I'd be, man, because the way I grew up, it's like, oh man, I'm just happy that I got to. Sometimes I feel like I'm living in somebody else's dream. Yeah. Like I'm not supposed to be here, but I am here and doing kind of like a little more than expected, you get me? Like, because I'm like, my history is way different than somebody else that were born here. I don't got the same benefits as somebody else. And that's the only thing that kind of keeps me from doing bigger things, because, I was not born here,
Yeah,
but I'm still doing things, that doesn't stop me.
Well,
there's no excuses, man. Like,
let me say this, bro. You're a blessing, man. And God has blessed you. And,
I appreciate it.
I wish you nothing but the best,
Thank you.
Whatever you're doing, you know what? I just wish bigger things for you and for your family.
Yeah, because I love what I do, and when you love what you do, it's never work, man. So that's what I'm doing.
You're right. When you love what you're doing, it's never work.
Never work, man. I love, even though working with puppets is so tiring, man, because you have to be like in this position all the time. The camera don't have to see you, but they have to see you. Oh, it's really uncomfortable, but it's fun on the way, because I own him, I own him, and I'm actually doing my own things now. It's like,
you mentioning that you own him. Has anybody ever offered you any money?
Always people joke about it. People always tell me, hey, can you make me a puppet? But I'm always, when I drop the $700, they're like, oh no. Because they're not toys, man. You cannot have them and give it to a little kid. Nah, you cannot do that. You only gonna buy them to just have them hanging.
Right.
And maybe you want to show it off to somebody, but this is not a toy. Definitely not a toy. You don't want to spend like $700 and then be like, okay, you fix it again. Like,
if you want a toy, go to Alvaro Street. Porque
there's some little ones right there, which is great, But these ones are really, they're really priceless, man. They're really priceless. Now that he's becoming into like this big thing, it's even more priceless, because it's like the price that he was building was $700, but now it's worth even more, because everything, the history that he has on his own. But I'm sure people wouldn't. Nowadays, puppetry is not as famous as back in the days. Back in the days, it was the main source of entertainment. Nowadays, computers and technology took over big time, man, which is harder for us to kind of like get work. But there's that certain people that are like, oh, let's do something different. That's when we come into the play, and sometimes it's bigger, sometimes it's like little, not stupid, but sometimes, of course, puppets cannot move like a human, or like certain things that you want to do. Because one puppet, if you want him to like do like a skating thing, he will always be a skater. He's not gonna be like, oh, these things. Like I just build him as a natural, just walking, waving high, and that's it. You want him to do like this? Oh, can you make him fly? That had to be like inserting, like, because right now his head, I had to change him in that because he has his own movie.
Yeah. Okay. Talk a little bit about that, please.
Yeah. So like I say, this guy's bringing attention left and right. So these producers from Mexico actually hit me up, because I actually have my own documentary when I was in the theater. I have my own documentary based on my life in the theater, and the same guy that directed that movie contacted these other guys that wanted to do something different. I guess, hey, you got this puppet, and they're like, oh, that's pretty cool. And he's sad. And so this guy was like, hey, we'd like to do like a show, and we'd like to have these other puppets around it. Do like a movie in a puppet world, but you're gonna be able to see us, only like half of us, you know, because you want to put it's all the emotions on them.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be pretty tricky when you're gonna see the puppet and somebody else behind it, but it's all in the puppet's perspective. So he's practically, because if you could see him, he's practically a doll. So he doesn't talk or he doesn't move his eyes. He's just there. That the expression is there. When it comes to like a real puppet, it will move and all that. So in this particular movie, the Diggers had the vision is he sees other puppets. And other puppets are doing these songs and singing and doing all these things. He's sad because he can't do nothing. So during this whole movie, he wants me to change his face. So he has his own life, and somehow in the movie I damaged him, that I had to force to change his face. In the movie I changed his face with a new face, like a brand new face, where he's singing like a little, not an opera song, but like a little kind of opera theme song that he's gonna be singing at the end. And it's like a little twist, because at the end he sees somebody playing the piano. As you could see, he doesn't have hands, so that's where it ends. Like he's looking at his hands like, oh shit, like you changed my face, but what about my hands now? So that's where it cuts, and hopefully we get bigger into this movie that is gonna. I mean, it's supposed to come out last March, because March is my birthday.
Está acabado?
It's done. It's already done. But you know, the pandemic and trying to get as much exposure, like as a, you know, because it actually gonna go to like film festivals.
Yeah.
So that's the thing when it comes to. I mean, you can't really do nothing. They're supposedly gonna do it online. I don't know why they haven't done it. So people are gonna be able to vote for this movie and see how many votes it gets and awards and things like that. But I don't know why I haven't done it. But it was supposed to come out last March, because actually March 27. What is your 20? Where is your March?
I'm March 28th.
28. I'm 27, so it's like a trip.
That's crazy.
So you know, it was supposed to come out in that time, and fucking the pandemic hit in March. What is it, like 18 or something? I was like, man, like it was just so horrible since then. But the movie is supposed to be coming out real soon.
How long is it?
It's like a 30-minute clip.
Okay.
You know, it's practically based on. He's practically part of a show, and that's it. Like he's just part of this show, and he's sad that he can do nothing. But eventually, this movie goes bigger. It's gonna be coming to his own life, because that's what I kind of pitch into this movie, that I want to do his own show. So I'm trying to do everything to like so fast right now that it's kind of hard to keep up. But yeah, there's really great things coming up my way, which I'm just really happy, man.
That's
like,
awesome,
yeah, like
man.
when this guy for sure is like
awesome.
I feel like he's gonna take me out on my own job, because he's gonna give me a job, you know. It's like that's what I'm hoping for. So
you're
that's
a manager.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Now let me ask you, your documentary, can people see it?
You know what? That documentary has been around for 3 years, and the thing is, I don't have the rights for it, because USC did it. USC, they did it through their program, and so they had the right. I just recently hit that guy up that did it. He's like, yeah, man, I'm gonna give you the links so I could post it. So it should be coming out soon. I don't want to pressure him again, because I'm not the guy that are like, hey, what's up, like that. But it's so, like I'm hoping real soon, and just, you know, hoping that, you know, like what do you call, people be able to see it. And because I'm always posting this like 1 minute clip that you could post on Instagram about that movie, which is pretty cool. They actually talk about like particularly my whole life in that theater and how Bob is not there no more and all that stuff. But yeah, it should be coming out real soon. So
you know what would be a good idea for a movie is that, since you said that he looks at his hands, whatever, do a part 2 when one day he just wishes that he was a real boy.
I mean, like I said, people, they know him at the theater where I work at, because one puppet, they always stays like this, you know. You don't change him. And he was really small. As you can see, from him to this, he actually be growing, man. Like, people are tripping out, like, man, this guy becoming like taller. And now I'm thinking of creating like a bigger size of him, so it becomes bigger for him to talk and do that.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's definitely growing.
Yeah, or just get a little boy and paint his face.
I mean, there's actually one guy in Halloween. There's little kids that painted both of their faces and things like that.
Really?
People do that stuff, which is like, I mean, I'm just like amazed, man. Like,
that's
I'm
awesome.
Like really great. And I'm just like,
that's
with that
awesome.
filter, I don't even have to paint my face no more. I just put that filter and do something, you know, like.
Okay, now let me ask you a dumb question, okay?
Yeah.
Now, you do the puppet, you do all of that, and you know what? The popularity is growing, doors are opening, you're blessed. Do you get any haters?
Even my own homies always hate. You know, because I grew up with a lot of gangsters, and when I would tell them I work with puppets, they're like, what the fuck are you playing with toys? Like, motherfucker, like, you stupid. They always clown me, but I never let that get over me, you know. And I never had a hater like me personally knowing that you hate me besides Instagram, because eventually Instagram, you know, all these motherfuckers just come out of nowhere and
keyboard warriors.
Oh yeah, this motherfuckers. But besides that, nah, man. I mean, I don't give nobody a reason for them to hate me because I'm doing my own thing.
Right.
I'm doing like something different that you probably never seen before. I mean, yeah, I am playing with toys or like, you know, like Chucky. I seen Chucky right there. You know, I could just put strings in that food and you can all go a battle right here. But when it comes to this, I mean, I love doing
Chucky.
I love, like I said, I have these controls in my hands that makes me the puppet master. So I'm not gonna stop doing what I do, and this is just a reminder to just keep doing stuff like this. I just don't have the money to create more stuff, but trust me, man, like
it's coming.
Oh, right now I'm working on, you know, Fool's Gone Wild, right?
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about that.
This motherfuckers, these guys blew up like a. Oh man, they're so amazing and they're so hilarious, you know. So right now I'm actually building like a little mystery puppet, you know, the main character from them. I'm building like a little mini puppet of that guy. So, you know, it's all like kind of like the way I see is like I said, a promotion, you know, because eventually people are gonna see the puppet like, what can you can you do? And I mean, I'm always involved in puppets and that's all I want to do. And when I do this one character, because I know that guy personally, and I gave him one of his first little flushing dolls that he had all around, you know, because he has his own flushing doll and all that. Before he had that one, I gave him this one bald-headed clown that he had always all around, and he called it Little Mystery, which was hilarious. And now he has his own, which is amazing. And I'm like, oh, I'll make a puppet of this guy. That's so awesome, I could get that exposure and all that. And I mean, and this guy's a storm. I mean, this guy smokes and all that. Like, it's just like, I'm just in my own field, you know.
That's dope, man.
Yeah, so it's dope. This guy's for sure is gonna.
Now, you ever post up a picture of them and then some dude like hits up on Instagram? Fuck your doll.
Always, man. Always.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I was just joking.
Like, no, they do. But I always tell them they're not dolls, they're marionettes. Which is
fuck your marionettes.
Yeah. They always like I said, this guy always playing.
Damn, a guy hating on a doll.
I mean, maybe I don't know, man. I guess that's their thing, you know. But yeah, trust me, I always had haters for sure. But I mean, like, I can't do nothing about it, you know.
El triste es chinga tu madre culero.
I mean, he has his own page, so it's like his own little things. Like there's like some people that don't follow me because eventually, you know, I feel like since we have similar followers, the same people follow us.
Right.
Well, this guy gave more followers than me, and like, which is I'm tripping. Like TV news are following this guy, which I'm like.
TV news?
Yeah, like TV news. Like Channel 4 follows this guy.
Wow.
Like Channel like 7. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, because sometimes I go through like and see followers because I'm like, damn, this guy really getting that many followers. It's crazy, man. Like sometimes I feel like deactivating his account, so trying to keep up with him because it's like really blowing up right now, and I'm just really happy, you know. Like, hell yeah,
awesome.
Like it's just my own little homie, you know.
Awesome, bro. Awesome, man. You know what? Like I said, I wish you nothing but the best.
No,
man.
I appreciate
blessings
it,
upon blessings.
No, I mean, this is a blessing right here, being here with you, man. Because I'm always, you know. I'm not saying trying to get your attention because eventually, you know, we'll be talking and all that. But, you know, just being here, you know, talking to you and all that is super fun, man.
And I reached out to you, huh?
That's what I'm tripping out. Like, oh, shit. Like, I was smoking a blunt literally when you hit me. I was like, am I tripping? I was like, oh, shit. Like, damn. Like,
you looked at the blunt like that?
Yeah, I was tripping. I even told my girl, like, call me because we're going. And then I hit on my little brother because I kind of put him into your show and all that. So he kind of seen it. And I was like, hell yeah, let's go. So you know, I'm just happy, man. Hell yeah.
That's awesome, brother. That's awesome.
Out,
so, El Triste 213.
Yes.
And then what's hers?
Hers is La Smiley 213.
La Smiley 213. Yeah. What did I say?
213. Yeah, 213.
La Smiley 213.
Yeah, I kind of went into the Smile Now, Cry Later theme.
Yeah.
So for him, it's El Triste Now, La Smiley Later. So it's kind
of that's fucking, you know, hard,
and that's what I go for. And you know, it's practically sadness and happiness. I mean, what can you go wrong with that? Yeah. So it's pretty great, and
it's still a mystery. Si es Mandelona, no, ¿verdad?
I don't want to put that out there because you know I'm sure I don't want to break hearts or that because I don't know what he's mind. But nah, he's actually definitely a guy that brings attention.
yeah, definitely, and he's always packing.
Oh yeah. These are not his gifts. I'm telling you, La Smiley brought this, gave it to him, and I mean. This gives you an idea of what's going on right there. Then I don't know.
Awesome, brother. Well, listen. At this time, anything I didn't ask you? Anything you want to bring up? Anything you want to promote?
Particularly, everything you asked me. I mean, definitely this one is gonna come out soon, and
everything
that I promote is particularly him. Just follow the little homie. Check his out, because everything that I post is about him and all that. And I just buy myself a camera right now, because everything I usually go based on people taking pictures of me, and all that. So I mean, I have the motto right here. What do I need other people? So I just recently got myself a camera, and I'm gonna be posting way more stuff, because I post like 10 pictures a day. I don't really care.
Right.
So now it's gonna be even more on my own work. I don't have to tag, audiences and things like that. Because I don't mind promoting other people, because I'm always like, hey, send me stuff. I promote you guys, I don't mind. Because sometimes people that like come out like, hey, like they will think that I won't reply, because I do reply to everybody. I'm really like, if it comes to like, if the conversation goes like into a boring way, nothing's gonna come out of it. I just won't reply no more, because it's like, hey, how you doing? And I'm like, oh, cool, how you doing? Like that's it. But if you, hey, I want to do something, like, oh, that kind of interests me more, So don't just text me like some how you doing things. Just text me you want to do something like that. You could bring more attention, because this guy for sure is going everywhere right now, and the more out there is, the better,
Hopefully you start touring Europe and Japan.
Japan definitely, because I love Japanese animation. I'm really love that. The whole Japanese culture and they love us too.
Yeah,
so
they love Chicano culture big time.
So it's like, oh, definitely going over there. Oh, yeah, dream, man. And awesome, I mean, going back to Tijuana will be like,
that'll be dope.
So it's definitely coming, man. We're no rush right here, even though I've been doing this. I'm not rushing, man. I'm just taking it as we go, and
one day at a time.
Yeah, definitely. So
awesome. So at this time, brother, any shout outs you want to give? Go for it.
Yeah, well, I mean, shout out to everybody that actually fucks with me, because, not a lot of people even knows me or things like that. But, shout out to my girlfriend, Myra, because, she's the one that takes me everywhere. Without her, I wouldn't be nowhere. My little homie, my little brother, Abel, came through today, showing up was the love. And, I do have so many friends, shout out to everybody that just follows me, fucks with me. It's hard to keep up with everybody, so I don't want to say particular names besides the people that I brought. But I'm just really happy to be here, and, thank you for bringing me, man. I'm really grateful, and shout out to, those yesterdays, because this project right here is the most amazing thing that I've done so far. So I'm just really happy, and definitely check them out.
Awesome. Well, it's safe to say, brother, that this won't be the last time, okay?
I'm glad, man. I'm glad.
You're more than welcome to come.
I'm always down to, do things. When it comes to Yumbo, El Triste, I'm always there, man. So I'm happy that you're like, bring your puppets, man. Like, hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Bring your puppet. I'm not your puppet.
They really are. We got to do something with that song, man.
No, we will. I'm already thinking about something.
I'm just got an idea, so.
At this time, first and foremost, I want to thank Jose Homicide.
Yeah, definitely.
I want to thank you, Puppetmaster213, Kane, and Abel.
Cain,
So, and I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Everybody who liked, subscribed. We went actually another 100 subscribers. So thank everybody for watching. If you're not watching live, maybe tomorrow. Much love, much respect to you guys. Everybody on the live chat. We got the Roadium Radio Warriors on the live chat, and give a shout out to the Fools community, and also to Anthony running shit. Also to Alex Cervantes Enterprise. Also to my son, B. Scanless, for helping me promote this shit. And if I didn't mention you, it's because I just didn't mention you. I forgot probably. So with that being said, Wednesday, we got another double feature. You're not going to want to miss that. We got a dope female coming through. We got 2 dope artists coming through. So make sure you guys tune in. All right? So other than that, God bless you guys, brother. God bless you. You know what? We'll see you guys Wednesday, and we out.
You got it.